Previously on Twin Portals.
Our heroes, Scoot, Ilka, Lark, and Zay, made their triumphant return to the Yawning Portal Tavern with their missing comrade, Floon Blagmar, and his noble friend, Renair Neverember, as well as a massive pie baked by Scoot's mother, Taga. They were greeted outside the tavern by Volo, who gave them an unexpected reward. Instead of money, the party became the new owners of a mysterious old building in the North Ward of Waterdeep, Trollskull Manor. They agreed to meet with Volo and a Magister that evening to go through with the transfer of deed, and as storm clouds gathered on the western horizon, they solved a mystery of missing persons, rescuing several of their friends and neighbors from tentacular horrors in the sewer. In doing so, they marked their first victory under their new, heroic name, the Silver Waves of Justice.
We're back. We are going once again to the city of Waterdeep on the Sword Coast. We are joining Scoot, Ilka, Lark, and Zay immediately where we left off in the last episode. The evening is quick approaching. The sun is setting on the western horizon on the edge of the docks just past the lighthouses. The rain is starting to pick up and come in waves. Sheets of water are coming and going. And inside the spouting fish, it is a cacophony as dozens of people are reunited with their loved ones, and Ilka is singing Taxi Full of SWOJ at the top of her voice. And some people are singing along not even knowing the words. It's just that catchy. But the commotion inside is now bleeding outside of the tavern as people's loved ones are showing up to find them and the word's getting out on the streets of what's gone down. It's been about 10-20 minutes. And the City Watch are starting to show up as you wrap up your impromptu set, Ilka. So what would you guys like to do? What's your priority at this point in this tavern?
I'm going to throw down a final jaunty set of chords, inspire everyone to give us a warm round of applause, set down my enchanted concertina, and have myself a drink.
Heck yeah, and it's on the house.
Sweet.
Yeah, a nice ale, pint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need to worry about the City Watch? Like, are they coming in a way that appears threatening? I feel really like ill at ease around the City Watch.
Yes, and as you look at the doorway, you see that they've all been kind of outside, just like coordinating people around and reuniting them and taking reports and testimonies from people. And now entering the doorway is someone you recognize. It's Eustace Staggett, the City Watch captain from the Zentrum warehouse.
Ah, Captain Staggett.
Is kind of pushing his way in, looking around the room, and you make eye contact with him, Lark, and his brows are kind of furrowed and starts to approach you.
Question?
From across the bar.
Was this the person that healed us, or was this the...
No, you don't know the name of the person who healed you.
That,
Eustace is the captain.
That Varys-looking guy.
Yeah, the Varys-looking guy was behind him.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
But Eustace knew Renair, and the two of them were kind of tight, and so he let you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I just remember being so... I remember Pinker and the Varys-looking guy.
Right.
Captain Staggett, how lovely to see you.
Lark Wavesilver.
Yes, there's been some crazy stuff going on in the sewers. I really would like to tell you about it.
Yeah, well, I've gotten a story from some of those folks outside.
Yeah, what is going on? It's crazy. Thankfully, we were able to, we've stumbled onto this and helped them escape. But it was seriously scary down there. We were really worried.
Yeah, and he kind of gets up close to you so nobody can listen in, and he says, yeah, we are trying to keep up with it ourselves. We had no idea there was such a mind flayer presence in the city. I've sent somebody to report to the Open Hand. I hope that the Blackstaff gets involved. I think this is way out of our hands. I would recommend you get somewhere safe and stay out of it.
Okay.
What were you doing down there again?
Well, we had heard that Eunissa's husband was missing. We thought maybe he was just lost in the cellar. Scoot's mom told us about our place is right across the street. Yeah, and we thought we could maybe help find him. Like maybe he'd wandered away, and then suddenly there's like mind flayers and crazy monsters. Yeah, grells. And
She made us a pie.
What's a grell?
It was like a brain thing with tentacles. It was terrifying.
You probably heard it described by the people.
Oh man, I didn't know what to believe here. They said there was a panther down there?
I don't know about
Some
that.
explosions?
I don't know about a panther and explosions. That seems maybe like I think maybe those tales are getting a little out of hand. But there were definitely weird, mind-sucking creatures down there.
Tails, I get it, because it's a panther.
Right, Scoot. Exactly.
And I heard SWOJ came to everyone's rescue.
SWOJ. I've been
Yeah,
hearing
I
this name on
find them
everyone's
very
lips.
impressive.
Taxi full of SWOJ, huh?
Yeah,
catchy?
Yes.
So
You
I
seem the
believe
musical type, Mr. Staggett.
I'll be honest, I'm not much of an avid listener, but after this I might have to start becoming one. Ilka, and he gets kind of flustered, he can't talk about it.
So, Mr. Staggett,
Captain
we
Staggett.
have.
Captain Staggett,
Excuse
please.
me, Captain. Thank you, Lark.
Yes, absolutely, Zay.
We have a meeting that we have to get to in Castle North Ward.
Yeah, up in the North Ward.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's not anything else, I'm gonna grab some kippered herring and catch a taxi outside.
Yeah, we thought it would probably be best if we left this in the capable hands of the City Watch, and we're trying to not stay involved. But if there's anything that we can do to help you, any information we can give you before we get out of your way.
Says, well, tell you what, I've heard reports that there was some magic going on down there, some thunder magic, some wild shaping.
Wow.
I don't want to name any names, but if you guys want to follow the letter of the law, I would recommend going and reporting it into the Watchful Order of Magisters as magic users, if any of you practice. Because I was doing some background checks earlier today on 4 of you, and none of your names came up. So, it's kind of required by the Code Legal, and I know you're friends of Renair's, so I'm willing to let you go this time, but as soon as possible, there's a office over on Castle Street on the main thoroughfare. You can go talk to my friend Obad, and he will add you to the list.
That's the Watchful Order of Magic Users?
Magisters, correct. They kind of administer all the magic in the
Watchful
city.
Order of Magisters.
Led by the Blackstaff.
I don't think I'm going to have anything to say to them.
They would be very curious to hear about what you learned down there, too. It's kind of out of my sphere of knowledge, but...
And what
So
was
is
your
this
friend's-
like a union? Are there benefits?
It's not a union per se like the guilds in town. It's more of a government
Dental?
body.
I'd really like to get my teeth done.
Exactly.
There is an order of watchful tooth carvers. Yes, they're kind of separate though. They keep to themselves and manage their own affairs. But yeah, they manage all the dentistry in the city. I would recommend going to a registered dentist if you're going to. There's plenty of street practitioners, but they're trying to crack down on them, and
Sure.
it's actually
It's
been an issue
sketchy.
in the dock ward especially.
Your friend's name?
Obad Barley Wine.
Obad Barley Wine.
You met him earlier. He was the one that practiced magic on you. Healed you
Oh.
in the warehouse.
Excellent.
Oh. Gotcha.
That was nice.
Magister Barley Wine. Okay. Great. And I wasn't familiar with this section of the Code Legal. So all magic users within the city need to register.
Yes, you're required to report in just so that the city has a running tally of the different forms of magic and their uses in the cities in case anything.
This is a
Strange
large
happen.
city. That sounds like it'd be a busy office.
It is. Even each district, each ward has an office, and usually we try to catch people at the gate. But you four must have slipped by somehow. And he looks around at the four of you.
No, we didn't do it intentionally. It was, yeah. And I'm not a magic user.
I also am not a magic user.
So we will.
I want to be a tooth carver, but
He glances.
That's a lot of work.
You're still wrapping up your instruments, I would assume. So he just glances at you, Zay.
Terry's waiting outside for us.
Yeah,
so
we
thank you.
should head out. We should get out of the way. And if that's great. And thank you for your help, Captain Staggett, as
Yes.
always, and for the good work the watch is doing. Please reach out to me or any of us if you have questions or need additional info.
He nods solemnly and strokes his mustache and says, "You said you were going to the North Ward.
Yes.
Say hello to Olcoria if you go up there. She's an old friend.
Oh, where would we run into her?
Oh, she's one of the magisters, but she's also works for the City Watch. She's an archmage. She's very powerful, and she really keeps a tight watch up in the North Ward.
Korea?
Olcoria.
Old Korea.
Yes.
Not like old Korea.
Olcoria Stone Marrow. She's a shield dwarf.
Old Korea.
Very trustworthy.
Great.
Oh.
All right. I would like to quickly hug Eustace Staggett around his legs and run out the door.
He's very, very awkward about
Thank
it.
you, Captain.
Yeah, he looks around. We saw that, right? Back to work. He starts taking testimonies again. Like nothing happened.
I follow Zay out.
That's good.
I'm in fine spirits. I'm just strolling and sauntering.
So you get out there, the four of you, start getting hit by rain. It actually feels really good after being kind of covered in dust and bile down the sewers. It starts to clean you up a little bit. And you see Terry's cart is sitting there in the road among the throng of people that are all milling about, reuniting. And Terry is not there. It's just his cart.
Uh-oh.
I call out, Terry!
Just
Terry?
Terry? And down the street, you see Terry. He kind of is like, "Hello!" And he sort of seems kind of drunk. He's like stumbling towards you,
No.
swaying a little bit, but he's smiling. And he's like, hey, you made it back. I didn't know what was going on, so I went to get a fourth, but I'm back. What's the plan?
Well, we were going to head to the north ward. Terry, I have a quick question for you about the code legal here in Waterdeep. Is there any sort of issue with Zuber drivers driving while intoxicated?
Intoxicated?
Yeah, I mean, just hypothetically, just curious.
Look,
asking for a friend.
No, my friend, no. Shh. There is no such text in the code legal. Believe me, I have a copy of it in my cart. And he points to this like laminated code legal that's right by us, and there's nothing on it about drinking while driving. They have not reached that point yet in society.
Is there anything on it about?
The horses are driving.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, how fast do they go?
I guess.
Pretty
Yeah.
slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything
He's
on
like,
there?
look, I trust my horses, and you can trust me.
Because since you're a contractor, you don't have to be licensed, right? Like, there's no specific license that you have to operate within the city.
Right.
limits.
There is the taxi cart union, and they require licenses. But as I've worked for Zuber, the Zuber family, it's purely contractual, and they have my trust, and I have theirs, and we build that over time. And now you have mine too.
Yeah.
So
I climb up to ride in the front with Terry.
I've always kind of wanted to drive one of these. Can I try it?
Yes. Lark.
That's pretty risky.
Come on,
My
Terry.
horses don't know you, Lark. How are you with horses?
I'm okay with horses.
I'm great with horses. I'll talk to them.
Yeah, and I am a lordling. Like, part of horse riding was part of my upbringing.
He scratches his head and is very slow to respond, but he kind of leans forward and says, "You know what? I want to see how this plays out."
So do we.
All right. Take the reins, my friend.
Hop in,
He
Terry.
hops in the back with Scoot and Ilka, I assume.
Yeah. So I pull
Yeah.
out my map of Waterdeep and start to navigate.
He smells kind of funny. He smells very floral.
Uh-oh. Okay.
As you guys are all like packed in next to him on the cart.
Yeah, I will start driving.
He's like, "Where to, my friends?"
We're headed to the North Ward.
And he starts cranking a thing, and like a little canopy comes out of the back of the cart and covers you.
Oh, it's a convertible.
Yeah, it's a convertible cart.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Terry, you have an
Raining.
awesome card.
Thanks, man.
Are
Christmas
Lark
lights hung in
and
the inside.
Zay covered too?
Covered?
Yeah.
Yes.
the rain.
Yeah, it
Right,
comes
from the rain.
behind their seats
Okay.
and then over the front.
Okay.
Where are you going to?
The North Ward.
Direct.
Troll. Yeah, if it's sunset, I feel like we should get to our
Yep.
meeting with Volo.
We should have there, yeah, directly.
Okay.
You have the map, Zay, so I don't know which street that would be. Take us straight up there, but
Yeah, it's between Delzorin Street and Serdune Way, which is up in the North Ward.
Let's go up. Let's go on the high road.
You take the high road, so you start winding through the dock ward, going past this.
Hey Terry, should we take the high road?
Like morally?
I mean, no.
Always, my friend.
No. I mean, in the city.
Yes. Yeah, they'll take you right there. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, the traffic might be kind of slow, but you know what? It's direct.
Okay. All right. That's where we're going then. We're taking the high road.
Great. And so he just kind of like leans back and kind of is just out of it, just checked out. He trusts you guys, strangely a lot. And you wind your way through the alleys of the dock ward until you start to go by this statue. So Waterdeep has these 7 or 8 massive, like 100-foot stone statues that kind of tower over the city, over the different districts. And they've all just kind of been there, these stone sentinels, for hundreds of years. And many years ago, they all came to life and kind of rampaged around. They were since silenced, and so everyone just kind of uses them as like point of reference. you know?
Sure.
Landmark?
Yeah, like
A landmark, yeah, like landmarks, and there's like buildings built into the sides of these statues now, and so they're just kind of these features of the city. And as you're going past this one, the Honorable Knight statue is this giant stone knight with a sword and a shield, and the sword is sheathed, and he has his hands on the shield, and he's kind of just looking over the port towards the horizon. You have to kind of squeeze through these alleys. The alleys get very curvy around here. And as you're going through a narrower alley, it's very dark. The sun has already kind of like gone past the top of the rooftops, so it's just pretty dark and rainy. Visibility's poor. And all of a sudden there's a flash of lightning, and there is a thunk right in front of you in this narrow, like 10-foot wide alley as this like 5-foot long arrow, like a javelin-sized arrow, thunks into the wall in front of you.
What the
And
heck?
the horses kind of whinny and rear and stop for a second.
Does it seem like the the arrow is a statue arrow, like it may have come from the...
Did it crumble at all when it hit?
Do you have a light, like a dancing light or something?
I
assume?
quickly cast
Wait.
up our
Yeah.
dancing lights to see what on earth just happened.
So roll perception.
3.
In the light of the dancing light, you see that the arrow is pinned to a piece of paper, a piece of parchment, into the side of this house. And you vaguely make out something moving up on the rooftops for a moment in that flash of lightning, but then it's gone. You don't really know what it was, just some kind of moving thing. But there's definitely some kind of a note crumpled and pinned to the wall on this large, beefy arrow.
Message for you, sir.
Yes.
I want to jump out and go get that note and see what it says.
Ilka, where are you going?
There's a note underneath the arrow. Look at the paper.
What?
He's like, why did we stop?
So there's a giant arrow, Terry.
Zay tries to calm the horses.
Roll animal handling.
11 modified.
Oh yeah, they're all right. They were just spooned for a second. And that's the note that you find, Ilka.
Guys, this is maybe not good. I found a note. Do you want to hear what it says?
Yeah, what does it say?
It says, it's all capital letters and some words are underlined.
Oh.
That looks scary. It says, you meddle with affairs beyond your ken. You are being followed, and that's underlined.
Whoa.
Keep your loved ones safe. Safe is underlined. There is a reason the lords of Waterdeep wear masks, and masks is underlined. And then it's signed just the letter Y.
Is it from you?
It's not for me. I didn't write this.
Can you read just the letters that are, or just the words that are underlined?
Followed, safe, masks.
Maybe they're just there for emphasis, the underlines.
Perhaps, yeah. They couldn't put it in italics.
So we examine the note as well.
And it takes like some significant effort to pull the arrow out of the wall. Like it's really chunked in like 6 inches or so. But after wrestling with it for a bit, you're able to pry the note off of it. The arrow is like an inch thick, solid wood. It's more like a javelin than an arrow.
Sure.
That was weird. Do you think that note is for us?
I was just wondering the same thing. Probably not. Maybe it's for Terry.
Maybe it was for whoever lives in the house
That's
where
what I
the
was
note
thinking.
got hit
Yeah.
on the wall. Should we put it back? Maybe.
It'd be a shame if they came out and they didn't get their note.
Right?
We're gonna be in trouble for like mail fraud or something.
Right? I'm sure that there is a guilt for that.
Knock on the door, hand a letter and a giant arrow, and say, "Someone left these for you."
Here, I'll look through Code Legal and see what it says about mail fraud.
I mean, we could kind of holler because it sounded like there was someone up there. Hey, was this for us?
Somebody was up on the roof?
Somebody was shooting 5-foot arrows on the roof.
Was it a somebody? Did you notice? Was there a shape?
Just kind of a movement.
I used just like a blur.
Sure movement, yeah. Gone before you could see what it was.
Mm-hmm. Something moved, and then this arrow happened.
All right.
I'm gonna assume the note was meant for us.
I think so too.
Probably
We should bring it
was.
with us. Hey, Terry, you smell really pretty. What is that?
Oh, I mean, it was, I don't know, I had a cocktail, so...
So you don't have any with you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It's gone now.
Ah.
He looks kind of sad as he says that.
Have you had this kind of cocktail before?
Yeah, it's a passion fruit and gin, I mean,
Oh,
it's
right.
my
on.
go-to.
All right.
I'm gonna
Speaking my language,
get up the
Terry.
horses and keep
Yeah,
moving.
man.
Okay.
What do you
I'm gonna
think?
get up the horses and get moving here again while
Okay.
this conversation's happening.
Absolutely. I think we should. Yes, I agree.
And so over the course of the next hour or so, you make your way up the high road towards the North Ward, and
Damn, it takes an hour to get up there?
the traffic is still pretty heavy right
Oof.
now. Yeah, it's the last night of Marpanoth, and so it's kind of a festival night. Like people are out partying and like not a specific festival. It's just kind of like that time of the week.
And
you know?
despite the arrows flying through the air,
It's just the
anybody?
one arrow, and that was in a dark alley right in front of you guys. It wasn't like around the public.
Yeah.
We were taking a shortcut.
And
It was
this
a
is
shortcut,
the high
guys.
road too. This is like the most well lit and
Yeah.
like well used street in the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
So even though things are the way they are in town, there's still plenty of people out. Waterdeep is not put down that easily.
Yeah, I think this arrow was for us.
As I've been thinking about it on this hour that we spent up on the high road, the fact that it's signed makes me think that it might be a helpful note and not a threatening one.
I agree. And I don't think, at first I thought, why was the person they were telling us we were being followed? But I think they're warning us.
Yeah, I think this is somebody trying to help us out. So it's not that the person who threw the javelin arrow with the note on it is following us. They're letting us know someone else is following us. This is so exciting.
It's incredibly exciting. Do we need to go check on Taga?
Yeah. Your family and my family are the only families.
I
Everyone
got no
else is...
family.
I feel like my family might be the ones having someone follow us.
Also,
My family's got all the pie,
Yeah.
which is
I
our
say
currency.
we check on Scoot's
Yeah,
family.
we might have to go to see Ma.
Okay, should we
turn around.
turn around and head all the way back down to the dockboard?
I mean, that's pretty urgent.
We could split the party.
So you're like midway up the high road as you say this, so it wouldn't be like a huge detour to go back towards the dockboard and find Taga.
Okay, well,
Like a half an hour back, 45 minutes. You could still you would make it up to the North Ward like right at 6 if you like did a quick trip.
Yeah, let's do the quick
Yep.
trip.
let's go check on Taga quick. That's what I vote.
Okay, yeah, we need to check on
All
Taga.
right.
Okay.
Let's go see Ma.
Okay. And you roll up to Taga's place in the dock near Candle Lane.
Near the
and
clubhouse.
the door, it's like a multiple tenement apartment, and the front door is open.
Is that
Is
usual?
that usual? I don't think it's
Usually it's closed,
Yeah.
but I mean there's many people that live here, so.
All right. Well, we go in. I
Okay.
go in.
And the door to Taga's apartment is open too, and you go in, and it looks like there's been
Don't like that.
a shakedown in this apartment, and you see no sign of Taga. There's paper blowing in the wind. There's some furniture strewn around. There's some feathers
She
on the
would
ground.
not leave it like this. She's very organized.
She's a fastidious orc lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also evening already. So.
We check in and see if Eustace is still at the Spouting Fish and report, so we can report this, or should we? Is there someone else we can check in with to
Spotting Fish is nearby. Yeah, we could. That's a good idea.
I would
As-
ask the neighbors. I would
start with the neighbors?
I would immediately go to the neighbors and say, "Did you hear anything? Did you see anything?"
As we look around the room, do we see anything that stands out that might indicate what happened?
Yeah, I would like to investigate.
Roll investigation, the two of you. Or if you're helping, Lark can roll with advantage.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
offer guidance.
19.
With a 19, you see no signs of a struggle, but it looks like the place has been combed. Like all the drawers are open as you move around. The cupboards, like all the cooking utensils and everything, are all thrown around.
Yeah,
It
so
looks like somebody's like
looking
searching
for
for
something.
something or someone.
Are the feathers from pillows being ripped open?
No, they are crow's feathers. They're black feathers.
If that was Pinker,
Do they think you still live with your mom?
possible.
They don't know about the hideout.
As you're searching around, you suddenly hear a from underneath a rocking chair
I go and look under the
in
rocking
the
chair.
main den. And below, you find what looks like a tiny amethyst. And it goes
Hey,
stone.
everybody, I found a weird crow rock. It's like a rock. An
Do we think it's a
amethyst making
communication
sound.
device?
Maybe. I
As you
don't
say
know.
that, it says, Pinker!
Pinker, come in!
Pinker! Here!
So
Wait,
we're
Pink-
talking to Pinker.
Pinker.
This is Pinker, yes.
Where did Pinker hear that? Because I can only repeat, right?
ask too many questions.
Comes through the.
Pinker, were you here? Do you know where we are? We're in Scoot's mom's place. Where are you?
Says, I've watched them.
Where is she?
She is here,
And where are you?
in the hand of the night. Then you hear Taga's voice. Say, Scoot, is that you?
Mom?
Mom
And then the
or
voice says,
Pinker?
Pinker!
Yeah,
Pinker,
it's
oh,
He's-
yes.
He's seen your mom.
Okay, yeah.
Scoot, Pinker!
Pinker, yeah, got it. My investigation.
In the hand of the night.
In the hand of the night.
All right, we saw the night.
Saw that big knight statue.
Yeah.
So we get out our climbing gear.
Okay, Pinker, thank you so much for your help. Is there anything else we should know?
The voice says, take the stone. Take
Yeah.
the stone quickly.
Okay,
They might come back.
got it. Thanks, Pinker. You're the best.
Pinker!
All right, keep the stone, and everyone else heard this, right? We were all like, you came
Yeah.
in when I called you? Okay.
So it's a purple stone, which may or may not be related to this whole purple theme.
Let's
Take-
get out of this thing while we
take
think about it,
this-
though.
Oh yeah, sure. Get back in our Zuber.
Yeah.
Terry's Zuber. Is
Yeah.
he just like passed out in the back?
Kind of our Zuber now.
He's kind of watching you guys. He's just sort of idly, like, watching.
Along.
Terry, do you need a nap? There's an empty apartment right back there.
He says, no, this is getting kind of interesting, actually.
All right, awesome.
I'll just, don't worry about
You're
me.
welcome to join us. We like to have you along.
Thanks.
You're a font of information.
Try really hard. You have no idea how hard I try.
All right, so we're cruising towards hopefully, towards the statue.
The Honorable Knight.
And the Honorable Knight. And as
Wait.
we're going, we're discussing.
Do we need... Did we want to talk to the neighbors at all? Or we're good not doing that?
I wouldn't mind seeing if there's a little bit of information. Just knock on a few doors. I mean,
Okay, well, I'm outside talking to Terry, obviously.
Yeah.
this seems like a good solid lead, but it's also at the same time just sort of coincidental that we happen to pass that. So I would at least whatever I would pick the neighbor that my mom is the most friendly with, most familiar with, or I would wonder if my dad was around and he said the dad.
Sure. Well, there's this couple of bards. They're tabaxi. They're these cat people.
Okay.
And they live next door. And Taga always complains about the music they're making. Like it's just at all odd hours of the night. But she secretly enjoys them and their company, and they're very creative people. And so you knock on their door, and one of them comes out. His name is Backtoe.
Backtoe?
Yep. And he says, "Hello, Scoot, is it?"
Yes, Backtoe.
What? Why are you here?
My mom's missing, and the apartment has been torn up.
Taga is missing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh no.
Last time you heard her or saw her, or did you hear anything strange?
No. We've been here practicing. I haven't heard anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I know she came in around lunch.
Around lunch.
She offered us some pie. She had extra.
Yeah. Yep, pie happened.
He looks very fretful. He says, "No, Juba!" And this female tabaxi comes over and, "So what is it, Backtoe? Have you seen Taga this evening?" No, why?" And he explains the situation, and she gets very worried, and she puts her hand on your shoulder, Scoot, and she says, "No, what's going on, Scoot?"
I don't know. Apparently people are looking for something because the whole place has been torn up. Stuff's been thrown around.
You should get the city watch.
Yeah. Could. They're pretty busy right now. It's a busy night.
Are you at odds with the watch, Scoot?
I'll tell you later.
Again?
No, not again. For the first time.
Scoot.
Ever. I'm sorry. Sorry, Juba.
No, we know what it's like. We've sailed the world. We know the life you've chosen is not an easy one. But still, there's an easier way, my friend.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're a musician. How easy is that? You know what? I can't get into this. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you for your help. Really appreciate it. If Mom comes back, tell her I'm searching for her and that me and the knights were cool. The watch, we're fine. Watch, the knights, the hand.
You tell them that you are cool?
Yes, we're fine. There's nothing
tell
going
everyone
on.
that you are cool.
Thank you.
They glance at Ilka and they're like, "Wait a minute. I feel like I've seen your face in a poster or something."
I'm just jazzed about this, fellow bards. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm Ilka. And
Gotta go.
Backtoe and Juba!
Gotta go.
Brilliant. We need to work together.
Gotta go.
Oh my God, yes!
I
We
go over to
sing.
shake their little paws, their hands, and I'm fast. I want to see how their hands
They do
work
like
on
a
their
cat shake.
instruments. Yes.
Yeah.
Scoot, you have the best neighbors.
Can we go?
We drum and sing. We'll sing sometime together, yes. A trio.
I wave, thrilled.
They're just ignoring Scoot at this point. Yeah. Very well, perhaps at the yawning portal.
Brilliant.
To them, it's like a big break. They really want to. Yes.
We'll do trio.
Very well. I can't wait. Thank you.
Okay, we head outside.
Okay.
Sorry. I'd like to do strength contests here to get you guys out.
We had to talk to Scoot's mom's neighbors. Quick.
No problem. Terry and I have been getting to know each other.
Yeah, Terry seems just a little vacant right now. He's definitely, whatever he had is kicking in. And he's very interested in what you guys are doing, but he seems like he's just not quite all there.
Sound of it. Okay.
Say, Scoot's neighbors are these musical tabaxi. They're amazing.
What's a tabaxi?
It's like a cat person.
Oh my God, I need to go back in that building.
Wait, not right now,
I
Zay.
need to. Okay.
They're jellicle.
I kind of feel like we should report this to the watch
Before we go.
before we head away again. I mean, if they're still there at the Spouting Fish, it's just right down the road.
Fine, let's do it.
Right down the street.
Let's go.
All right, but we should just yell from the cart. Hey, check out that building.
Okay.
And point.
Sounds
thorough.
That sounds suspicious.
Yeah, we
As we ride
we
away.
become suspects.
My
We do have a drunken Zuber driver in here, and we're driving his vehicle. This whole thing looks like
You got like the Zuber light on in the front. So everyone
Yeah,
knows.
we're just trying to pick up fares, like Grand Theft Auto style.
So I have.
You
Is
guys
there
are a
any
one-star.
chance your mom, for some reason, would have a stone these people were after?
I don't think so.
I'm guessing they are probably after something we have.
Yeah, that would, yes.
Well, so if what is the name of the crow birds again? Kenku. If Kenku can really only repeat things they've ever heard before, and they said, take the stone, hurry before they come, and then left this stone behind, is that the stone they're referring to? Or is there a different stone?
I think that was Pinker helping us.
But
That he's
she's saying because
used.
he can only say things he's said, has heard said.
So, is it a different stone, or was he telling us to take this stone, or was it someone else talking about a different stone that he heard them say that they should take?
Oh my goodness.
Or
I
was
know, it's
was
very-
it Matthias trying to help us take the stone?
Right.
And just assuming that at some point Pinker would have heard that to be said.
Sure.
Mark, who's
Look, I don't know what you're
I was
talking
already going to take the stone.
Seriously.
It's beautiful. So
The stone, it's obviously ascending stone. It operates the
Right.
same way. But it's very solid. Like, it's this chunk of amethyst, kind of like brick-like. It's kind of like not like the traditional sending stones are more of a carbon alloy, and this one's kind of heavier and denser. But it seems to work.
Is it raw? Is it polished? Does it have sharp edges?
It's pretty smooth. It's like a smooth purple amethysty crystal-y
It's
thing.
like a 1d4.
quartz.
It's kind of like a
sort
nugget.
of-
It's
sort
kind of
of
shaped like a
weapon.
Nokia. Not too on the nose. But if you dropped it, it'd probably be fine.
The kids these days are going back to those flip sending stones.
That's
right.
right.
The ones that you just
Yep.
pop open and then
Yeah.
Retro.
You can
Yeah.
play Basilisk on it.
Yeah, they're sick of the smart sending stones.
Yeah.
Does anyone object to me or all of us walking over quickly to the spouting fish and telling the watch?
I thought we were having
about
this
the
whole
break-in?
conversation on the way.
Yes, you
Okay,
were.
all right, good.
And you pull up there, and Eustace is still there. And as soon as he sees you trucking along in your cart, his eyebrow gets so arched that his hat like pops up a little bit. And he's just regarding you with his hands crossed.
Captain Staggett, we have to tell you something really important.
I'm sure.
We went to see Scoot's mom, and she is missing. The apartment has been trashed. It's been torn apart. We don't know. We talked to the neighbors. They said that the last time that they saw her was at noon. And my first inclination was to try to investigate, but then I remembered what you had said, and I thought I shouldn't get involved, and I should let the watch handle this. So we came right back here, and I wanted to let you know about this thing that happened.
But now we need to go because we have that appointment.
Yeah, so now we're super late for our appointment, but this is clearly very important, so we wanted to make sure that we did that first.
Do you guys have that 5-foot arrow in your cart too? To check that with you, or just leave it behind?
Oh yeah, I think that is in there
we
still.
did. Yeah,
Okay, just checking.
just hanging out the back.
He sees Terry in the back seat. He sees you got Zay and Lark in the front with the reins. He just shakes his head. He doesn't respond. He says, "We'll send a detachment. Thank you."
Yes, thank you, Captain Staggett.
Before we run off, Captain Staggett, do you know if there's any like houses of ill repute that might be selling like drugs nearby? Not that we want any. We want to avoid it.
Selling drugs. No. You know, I as you're carting by, did you stop the cart, or are you like?
We
still
stopped the
going
cart.
along? Okay.
Oh my god, it'd be so funny if we did.
Slow down was
And you
so
just
We're-
yelling
we're
it from
going
the
really
you're-
slowly.
Yeah, you're peeking over the back. Officer, where can we get some drugs?
Where can we avoid
Do they
the
smell like
drugs?
flowers?
Right? I'm
Well,
very
yesterday
concerned about
we
Terry.
arrested some Zentarim and some Xanathar that were thugs that were fighting each other, and that was near Lafoom's Curiosity Shop. I think there might have been a connection, but we haven't investigated yet.
Oh,
You didn't hear it from me.
Okay.
got it.
He yells to a moving cart down a busy street.
Yeah. It's raining. It's
Terry.
it's a lot of noise.
Terry, the place where you went just now to get your drink, what did it look like?
It was the not Splintered Stair. It was the dragon one from episode 1.
Okay.
Oh, no.
The Skewer Dragon.
Skewer Dragon. That's
Oh,
Skewer
sure,
Dragon,
sure.
yeah. It's a pretty dismal place, I'll be honest.
It was. I wonder if someone spiked Terry's drink.
Why would somebody do that?
I don't know. We're not
I
sure.
go there pretty often. I feel alright about it. But maybe, I mean, it's been a weird time in the city these days.
Yeah. All right. Shall we head towards well, we're being followed.
Yeah, we gotta head back to this. We gotta head to the statue, right? Right, that's where we're going. Yeah. I'd say we get to the statue and try to rescue Scoot's mom.
Yes, let's do that.
Here,
All right, so
here.
Punch in the coordinates to the statues, eh?
Done.
And you make your way pretty quickly over the Honorable Knight. It's only a few streets down.
Is there a way this stone could eavesdrop on us, or do we have to like actively be using it?
Most hunting stones, you have to be touching them
Okay.
to make the sound down, but not all of them. This one did speak to you before you came up to it, but that's
Scott,
kind of the way it works. Like, if you want to talk out, you have to be
If you
touching
put it in the bag,
Okay.
it might muffle it.
Yeah, like a walkie-talkie.
It is in my bag, yeah.
What's in your bag? Okay.
I was going to say, do we think Terry might have one on him?
Sending stone?
He's not.
Yeah,
He
he
does. He's a
was
super
he
driver,
was
yeah.
summoned by us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
But
Or
I'm just
Mara
saying, do
for
you
us.
think he's got one that's actively listening? Because he's kind of out of it.
I was wondering if someone's manipulating him in some way, knowing.
We could put
I
him in
said
the bag.
quietly, away from hearing distance from Terry,
It's
and
like,
our
look, I'm
5
right
foot cord.
here, yeah.
Sorry, Terry.
Guys,
You're
I'm
acting
sensing
strangely, and we're
something
nervous.
weird.
We're worried about you, Terry.
We are. We're quite concerned.
Guys, it's freaking Friday night. Fantasy Friday night.
Okay.
All
Give me a
right.
break.
Yeah.
I got your backs. Don't
We
worry.
are giving you a
But
break.
we-
We're driving. Here
Yeah,
we go.
yeah, exactly. Thanks.
But you're our friend, and we're worried about you. Just want to make sure that
Okay.
you're okay.
Thanks. No, it's all right. You know, I just like to lighten the load a little bit
Yeah, understandable. It's been
when
a
I'm
long
with
week.
friends.
All right, let's head. Let's keeping a like one eye on Terry. Head toward the night.
Yep, and you quickly make your way there. And as you wheel your way up, the statue's got kind of a circle around it, and there's shops and stalls that are starting to close up. It's going to be evening time, and there's some taverns and cafes that are opening up and lighting their lanterns and their continual flames. And things are a little bit nicer around here. It's kind of in between the docks board and the trades board. The lanterns aren't all smashed like they were over by the docks. And you see that there's tenements kind of built into the statue up the shield. So there's the statue's standing up and holding a shield, and in between the shield and the statue is these sort of like multiple layered apartments that just kind of go all the way up to the top of the shield. As you approach it, you hear a muttering from your stone. If it's in your bag, you hear a muffled voice.
Oh, I think Pinker's calling us. Take the bag out.
Peter says, "I see you.
Oh, okay.
Look up."
We do.
We look
From the
up.
very top, you see a little flashing glint of something on top of the hand holding the shield. On top of the shield, a little glimmer.
God, we see you, Pinker.
How do we get up to where you are?
Take the stairs nearby. And there's like a very clear entrance to this like large apartment complex between the shield and the tower, the statue.
All right.
Got it. We're on our way. Over and out.
Be careful!
I
Don't draw attention to yourselves.
Oh,
I
That's
know
right.
I was going to take out my weapon, but I'm just like poised to take out a weapon.
Just casually walking around with your hand.
Yeah, well, I do want to hold the... So when I have the magic dagger, does it appear to be just a handle of something? If there's nothing, if I haven't conjured a blade?
You've had like an hour with it, and yeah, it's literally just a hilt. The blade
It's
is
a
actually
hilt,
an illusion.
okay.
Yeah. So the hilt even changes shape though when you change its shape by commanding it to do things.
Sure.
Or it looks like it does.
So I'm just have the hilt in my hand.
And when you stick it in something, the hilt is actually like it's hovering off of a surface. It's not actually stabbing into anything,
Okay.
but it works as if it did. So it's got some kind of enchantment that gives it space.
Does Terry come with us?
No.
Terry, guard the horses.
I gotta protect the goods. No worries.
So let's
Pops
put
out of the flask.
I put the letter that we got in my bags.
If anyone comes, stab them with a giant arrow.
What the fuck?
Anyone approaches you, Mr. Zuber Driver, stab them with this arrow.
It's like, by the way, Ilka, you smell really weird. No offense.
It could be that thing
There's
in your
something
bags.
rotting in your pocket.
Oh no! Oh no!
Is it noticeable?
Very.
Maybe I should leave it here with you so it doesn't set anyone off. I reach into my bags and extract a now rotting tattooed scalp.
Just like slap it down.
I stretch it out on the roof, hoping the rain will kind of rinse
Oh,
away
okay.
some of the smell.
He just looks at like this like splatted silhouette on the roof of his canopy, shakes his head and mutters and doesn't even question it. He's like, I'm not gonna ask.
I chuck him gently on the shoulder and tell him not to worry about it.
I'm not gonna stab anybody, Ilka.
Before we head inside, I'd like to check the weather and see how the storm is coming along.
There's not a lot of thunder yet. There was one flash of lightning as you were traveling up that alley before, but it's still kind of rolling in from the ocean.
Okay.
The sun is not visible anymore. The clouds are obscuring the stars, and the rain is not really heavy, but it's definitely pouring.
Okay, but it looks like we're in for a doozy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wind is just starting to pick up.
Zay starts running up the stairs.
Lark is going up the stairs stealthily.
Oh, stealth.
It's my expertise. Oh, even then, 15.
15.
Expertise is so pimp.
So you're able to kind of follow the signs and the maps at the end of the hallways and the stairways in this apartment building that show all the different quadrants and what kind of buildings and businesses and apartments are there. And you make your way up over the course of 5 minutes or so to the very top of this huge apartment wedge thing. And as you're up on the top floor, it's this long hallway with kind of apartments on each side. It's made of wood. It's kind of musty. There's weird noises coming from the different apartments. Looks like it's pretty well lived. There's a hatch on the ceiling that opens above you as you're walking down it. And you hear a roar. Come quickly! And a rope ladder tumbles down.
I'm going to trust that Pinker's not messing with us, and I go up the ladder.
I'll be right behind you.
I follow behind Scoot.
I follow behind Zay.
And you see Pinker at the top of this ladder, and he shepherds you all up. And he, as you all arrive, he gives each of you a coin. And then he takes the one from his tongue, pops it out, and then puts it under his tongue again, and like to indicate that you all should do the same.
Is it just a regular
It's
coin?
a gold dragon, yes.
Oh.
So,
Okay, that's weird.
I don't even look at it that much. I just bam, do the same
Yeah.
thing.
I will put it in my mouth too.
Yep, I stick it under my tongue.
he says it's a symbol of status. Keeps you safe.
Is it small enough that it will fit in my mouth? I mean, it must
For
be.
you, it's like a mouthful. It's like
This is a terrible idea.
This isn't getting me drunk at all.
And he shepherds you through this attic. There's lots of kind of like straw and insulation stuffed into this attic of this building. And eventually he kind of takes you out onto this balcony where it looks like there's sort of nesting going on. There's like definitely several Kenku live up here, but he's the only one there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And out on this balcony, there's a sort of a canopy over it. And Taga is resting in this nest, looking kind of alarmed and uncomfortable. But when she sees you, Scoot, she brightens instantly.
Okay.
And says, oh my god, Scoot, what is going on? This creature took me here, said I was in danger. Pinker nods quietly.
Oh, thank you, Pinker. Thank you for saving Taga. Who's she in danger from?
The Xanathar.
Yeah, he was kind of right, Ma. When did Pinker? This is Pinker, by the way. Pinker, Taga, Pinker.
Yes, he kept saying Pinker.
Yep, Pinker.
It was very, very disconcerting at
Does he
first.
still
but
have the
seems
hat
quite
on?
friendly. He does.
Okay.
He has the hat. And she's holding this gold coin that she just spat out of her mouth while she's talking.
Yeah. No, so yeah. Then I kick mine out. I go, yeah, just roll with it.
Okay.
And I ask what time Pinker got her.
Only a couple of hours ago.
Okay. And was anything going on at the house then?
No, I went back after talking to Unissa and some other folks in town. I brought you that pie, and then
Yep.
I went home. And then he showed up and said I had to leave now, and he was very, very forceful, and I felt in danger. But then he mentioned your name and
Yep.
said that, and he spoke with your voice, Scoot. It seemed very trustworthy.
Yeah, that's creepy. He does that.
Uh,
But yeah, we went back and somebody's been there, and the whole place is trashed. They were looking for something.
This Xanathar? Pinker says, yes, Xanathar knows where you live.
Yeah.
Taga,
Yeah. So that.
Sends their regards.
Yep.
Yeah.
did you have anything new in your house? Did you bring anything of curiosity home recently?
Oh, no?
Nothing
No,
that
I
resembled a
pretty-
stone?
No.
Pinker, do you know what they're looking for?
Pinker is solemn for a moment, and he looks at you directly, and I think he says, payback.
Uh-oh. We have kind of been a thorn in their side for a little bit.
But it looked like they were looking for something in the apartment. You don't think they just came there to
He looks at you, and then he looks at Taga very like indicatively, and looks
Okay.
back at you and says, danger, blackmail,
Okay.
keep safe.
Can you keep her here? Can you keep her safe here? Where should we?
And then he stops and thinks, I could hide her in Smuggler's Closet. Not very comfortable.
I just put my hands up. Sorry about this,
Scoot's
Mom.
Like, Taga's like, I mean, if it's the only safe thing right now, or maybe we should talk to the City Watch? I don't know.
I pull out the note And I ask Pinker if he knows anything about the note that was sent us. That is signed Y. And I show it to him.
He scans it. Pauses for a moment. Says, no.
Okay.
I do not know. Why?
I was wondering if you knew why.
He says, makes sense though.
So Pinker's not the only one looking out for SWOJ. Pinker, that's our new name. Don't tell anybody.
He says in your voice.
Oh
SWOJ. Oh no.
You could have read about it in the paper.
Yeah, I think we get written about in the paper.
And the paper's not out yet. It's turned that day.
Yeah, that'll be a different headache. Okay, well, thank you, Pinker. Thank you so much for saving Tega and for keeping watch for us and for keeping her here in the smuggler's closet.
Yes.
Tega, we're sorry to have to leave you in the smuggler's closet. We have to go look at a fort, like a secret hideout.
Secret hideout. Perfect.
Yeah, so, you know.
Do you want these coins back?
Once we leave, just other Kenku might come. They not so trustworthy.
Right.
And they'll trust us if we have a coin in our mouth?
Way to commit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I talking with the coin in the mouth?
Yes.
Do we have something shiny we could give Pinker?
I'll give him another gold.
I have in my bag some of the bright blue cobblestone pieces from our dream. I pulled them out and I offer them to Pinker.
All of them?
A couple of them.
He's
In my open hand.
incredibly interested in the stones. He takes them and says, Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pinker.
Yes. SWOJ.
We've got our first group.
And he says, Hurry!
Yeah.
More Kenku!
I give Tega a kiss on the cheek as they run out.
And he ushers her into this he peels some boards from the wall and kind of weaves through these passageways into a side chamber and kind of sets her up in there as you guys are leaving.
I give her a wave. Bye, Ma.
Goodbye, Scoot. Don't worry. I've been in stranger situations.
Don't want to know about it, Ma.
Nor should you.
Yeah, thanks.
I wouldn't want to burden you with
Stay.
that. Goodbye.
Yep, stay here.
Bye, Mom.
Try not to cook too much.
Oh. I wish I had my cooking utensils. Maybe bring some back with you next time.
Side quest.
I take the mess kit out of my backpack and I just give that to her.
Oh.
Take
That's
this.
cool, I have
She kisses you on the forehead.
I'm not
and says,
gonna.
Thank you.
God,
Thank you
thanks.
for coming to check on me.
Yep. Thanks,
Be
Mom.
safe.
Yep. I'll come get you once we figure it's safe for you again.
I hope so. I hope it is safe out there.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Otherwise, Pinker's good. Pinker's a good one.
Seems that way. Pinker. Guides you out.
Okay.
Take the cold coin out, give it to Pinker on the way out.
He pockets all of them.
Yep.
In a little pouch.
Yep.
Wipes them off, shines them off a little bit.
Now he's got our DNA.
He does.
Great.
Okay. I bolt quickly for the taxi. I figure our time here is limited before we get found out.
Uh-huh.
And I think we should get going to the northward.
Sure. And you find Terry just kind of, again, just lounging. He's watching the doorway, watching the rooftop. He says, I think I saw you guys up there.
No.
Good place.
Whoa, what?
Up on the hand, or on the little balcony or something?
No, we were playing dice on like the 3rd floor.
Yeah, I don't.
No, really?
Up on the hand? No, I don't think that's what you're seeing.
Can you get up to the
As you're
hand?
talking, you hear a voice say, Pinker! Here. Be in touch. From the sending stone that you have in your pocket.
Yeah. Thanks, Pinker. It's fun playing dice. Over and out.
Terry just arches an eyebrow and then kind of lounges back into his seat again. So you four are very interesting types.
We like you too, Terry.
Hope I'm not getting wrapped up in something here.
No. Just
we also hope that.
I like to keep things on the level.
Yeah.
You're not keeping
We're
secrets.
getting a little freaked out. Well, I mean, there's weird stuff happening, but we're trying to stay on top of it. We're trying to keep you safe.
All right, let's go meet with Volo. Volo owes us some money.
I don't believe that for a second, but I like you.
I like you too, Terry. You don't believe that we're trying to keep
Well,
you
maybe
safe?
I'm maybe trying, but also I'm just sensing some undercurrent of
You think-
tension here.
There's
It's alright, man.
it's scary. out
times
there
being what they
anymore.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said the North Ward?
Yeah, we're headed back to the North Ward. We want to stop someplace really public, and then have you drop us off there, and then we'll go on our merry way. Someplace that you will be safe.
Certainly. Well, we could stop on the high road. If you're going up to Delzoran Street, it's just a couple blocks away.
Is Delzoran Street where we're going? Did we say that?
You're going to Trollskull Alley.
Oh,
That's what you said.
Trollskull. Yeah, well, we might as well go all the way there since you said that. I forgot where we were headed, yeah.
So it's now dark on the streets. After about an hour of travel along the high road, it's easier now, it's later in the evening. The rain is really coming down at this point. Visibility is poor, and you hop out of the cart. And Terry gives you a salute and says, "You've got a sending stone now, so just give me a call anytime, guys. Here's my number."
Thanks, Terry. How much do we owe you?
Oh, don't worry about it, guys. I'm just here for the adventure at this point.
Okay, great.
I mean, I was drinking on the job, so as long as we just keep it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll give you another great rating.
Thanks. Zelp?
And Zelp, yeah.
Wonderful. That means a lot to the Zubers. The Zelps and the Zubers are pretty tight, and so, they're always trying to jockey for position, so.
Good.
So, yeah. Anything you do to give them a leg up?
Rave reviews.
Rave reviews.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bye, Terry.
Later. He takes off.
I
To
think
the south.
I'm not sure that. I'm worried that what we were saying in front of Terry is going to find its way to somebody else. I'm a little nervous about that.
Oh yeah.
I wish that we hadn't, or maybe it was me, said exactly where we were going.
Well, we kind of had to.
I guess, although we could have just had him drop us off a few blocks away in the North Ward.
Well, he wasn't being mysterious then. That was the whole time we were
Yeah.
We could check
checking
on.
on.
Yeah, we
Like if we
could.
bring him back here, we've got the sending stone. It's a little harsh, but I'll keep a secret.
I don't think we could do that to Terry. We need to preserve life.
That's all right.
We could get him drunker.
I might
so
forget
no one
all
will
of
believe.
this.
No one will believe anything he says.
You're
Yeah.
all getting pretty soaked at this point as you talk on the street corner.
It's
You
raining.
smell a lot better, but also kind of soggy and damp. The ichor from the growl and the rain is mixing together. Did you take your slab of flesh back from the canopy?
Shoot!
Oh,
we have to get him back. I need my skull cap.
All right, we're going an hour back.
No. He just left. We've got a sending stone now.
Okay, I call Terry on the sending zone. Hey, Terry, are you? This is Lark. Are you? Are you still close by?
Yeah, I mean, like a block away, man. What?
Ilka left a really important thing in the cab.
You mean the really stinky slab of skin on my canopy? Yeah, it just fell on my lap.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Ilka.
It's
Anytime. Could you maybe just pop on back a block? I'd love to take
You
it off your
want
hands.
you want this back?
Totally.
Man, are you a necromancer or something? I mean, I don't really go for that kind of thing. Tell you what, I don't want it. Be right back. And after a couple minutes, he comes back. He just has it sitting next to him. He's like, I don't want to touch it.
So I go on over and I take it from him and I'm like, Terry, I really want to thank you for everything you've done. Here's a whole gold coin. You go sit down, have a good drink, and enjoy your evening.
Oh, wow,
Thank you
a
for
whole gold
everything
coin.
you've done.
I'm honored, Ilka. I will, though. I will. I hope you guys have a good night, too. Maybe, get rid of that. I mean, you do you, right? But that's just my advice. I'm just a Uber driver. Don't mind me.
I'll throw another couple of gold coin.
Wow, guys, you don't have to buy my piece here. I mean,
No,
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm trying to
thinking-
do.
It's
No,
Fantasy
we're
Friday.
saying
Go have
fun.
Oh, thanks. All right.
You've been so helpful
I mean, it's
and you
probably
didn't
the
charge us
busiest
and
night for
we
you.
felt bad. We thought,
you
you
guys.
deserve a night out.
You guys are the best.
So hang out. Yeah, hang out.
All right, I will.
And if you
Freaking
can, get me some of that passion fruit gin for the next time.
I'll tell everyone about SWOJ. You guys are the next big thing in the city. I can feel it.
Well, that's nice of you.
Everyone
Mark
loves
actually would be
publicity.
super excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Zay turns and tries to figure out if Trollskull Manor is nearby. Can I pick it out?
It is. So you're at an intersection right now of the high road and Delzoran Street. And,
Okay.
and in between Delzoran Street and Saradoon Way, a couple blocks away, is Trollskull Alley connecting the two.
Okay.
It's very nearby. 5-minute walk. So, as you approach, the storm is brewing in the sky. The wind is really starting to knock you guys around at this point. It's definitely turning into a real thunderstorm. Kind of blowing in through the city from the docks ward. All along the high road is probably the windiest road. It's the widest one, and that's kind of arcing off into the side streets. And so it's on your back, blowing you towards this building as the rain hits your eyes. And you approach, you go into Trollskull Alley, which is this narrow alley, maybe 20 feet wide, with definitely some kind of like mom and pop businesses lining the sides of this alley. It's well lit. There's a continual flame spell flickering on both ends of the alley. And on one end, the far end, is the building described as Trollskull Manor in the deed. It's this pretty big, old-looking building. It's got one huge tower on the corner that goes up 4 stories. And it's a 3-story building with some kind of an attic or a garret at the top. It looks like the architecture is much older than in the Docks War. Like, it's not shoddy construction, it's wood and brick. And a lot of the windows are kind of boarded up or broken looking. It looks very in disrepair. You see in the top of this tower, there seems to be a flickering light, but it's hard to tell with the rain what exactly is going on up there. And you're kind of maybe 80 feet away in this alley looking at the building right now. You don't see any sign of Volo, just the tower. So how do you react?
Wow, this is ours?
Not yet, but we earned it.
It looks awesome.
This is amazing.
Let's go inside.
Yeah,
Any sign of Volo? Just one flickering light, right?
I bet that's him. Up at the top of the tower.
Yeah,
That does kind of seem like him. Just like, of course I met you way up here. Not at the door.
You actually, as you approach, you see, you hear laughter at first, like childlike laughter, and you see 3 little forms that you kind of recognize, like deja vu style, run into the front door.
These are the Zyquil kids.
Yeah.
The Cycle kids.
Yeah.
So
You
one's
recognize
a
them in the flame
tiefling?
spell. A tiefling, a half-orc, and a human girl, and 2 boys. It's very dark though. Like there's long shadows coming off this continual flame lamp in the alleyway. The manor seems to kind of sway slightly as the wind is picking up. Like it's definitely like a little shaky. There's kind of a groaning sound coming from it, even from outside. The raindrops are starting to fall faster now. It's getting really hard to be outdoors. As you approach it, you see roll perception, I guess.
20.
Zay is a 15.
Modified.
15.
15. Okay, so altogether, you're all pretty on high alert after everything that's been going on. And you see that the manor is in terrible disrepair. There's missing shingles. There's balconies in the 2nd and 3rd levels of this manor.
Does it have 3 levels?
It has 3 levels
Nice.
with balconies on each level. And those balconies are kind of sagging. They've been kind of rotted over time. And you see, as you approach, this small bird-like creature, like nimbly, agilely dodging raindrops as it flutters down from the sky towards you. It looks like a paper crane. And it kind of like tumbles down from the sky, barely avoiding getting smashed by the rain, and lands on your shoulder, Scoot.
It's not a 5-foot arrow. I don't care.
And it's kind of like a hummingbird. It just kind of like flaps its
It's
wings.
paper,
and
though?
It's paper. It's like an origami paper crane.
Okay. Well, I gently grab it and try to hold it.
And as you hold it, it like shudders for a second, then like crumples into a piece of paper.
Oh.
Like a note.
Okay.
And it's a note from Volo. It says, "Hello!"
I said, this is for you, Lark.
What is it? Oh, it's a note from Volo.
As soon as I see hello in all caps in bubble text, I'm just like, yeah, this is for Lark.
I have been delayed and I'm running late. Please wait for me inside the manor.
It's a note from Volo. He's running
Signed,
late.
Volothamp Ignatius Godarm. Very floral print.
He says we should wait inside. Let's go
Okay,
in.
yeah. That was
Alright.
fancy, though.
Nobody could have faked that signature.
No.
We're not already in? We're just
So you're just walking towards it as this bird lands on your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
I stride up to the front door and try the handle.
The stairs up are very creaky. And the door is slightly ajar because these kids just ran in. So you can go right in.
Did we all see those kids run in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I
And they
illuminate.
did we see them pull the door open?
It seemed like it was already open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna illuminate 4 dancing lights, one for each of us. We're gonna walk inside.
So you walk in the inside of the tavern. There's a small entryway, and then there's a wide tavern floor with like a bar and tables, and they're all kind of in disrepair. The inside smells very musty. It's slightly damp, kind of like the inside of a beer keg. It's got this kind of hoppy smell to it. There's cobwebs draped over the tables and the stools. There's the wooden floor is very bloated and warped.
There's a small draft blowing through the room, and you can hear very faintly as you walk through the entryway the pitter-patter of small feet and giggling towards the back of the room by the bar. It's very quiet, except for the sound of the rain outside now.
I'm not doing anything about the kids. I'm assuming somebody else is going to take care of that.
Yeah, Zay's very excited that those kids are in here.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, I try to follow their foot noises, but quietly, to see if I can not scare them off.
You know, it's quiet. A panther.
Perception?
Yes.
21.
Okay, roll. You see right in the center of the floor, there's a bag of marbles that's been spilled, and you almost step on it, and you like totally wipe out all the marbles that are there. But you see it just in time in the flickering light from the dancing lights, and you manage to step around it. And as you approach the bar, the far side of the room, suddenly there's a light fixture above you, like a sconce, and one of the boards in the ceiling, and it kind of crumbles and falls down and almost lands on you. Make a dexterity save. 7. You take 2 damage as this sconce falls on you and kind of crumbles.
Zay!
Ow! Watch out for the marbles!
I rush over to Zay.
And you hear like light laughter from the room.
Oh, they're little tricksters. But they think we're cool, right? Because they were copying us earlier.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not very nice, you guys. Playing tricks on me.
Zay, are you okay?
No, I don't feel very well.
As you say, I don't feel very well, Zay, you suddenly realize that your feet are not touching the ground. You are floating like a foot off the ground. And you
But
all
I feel
realize this
taller.
as well. Yeah. It's very eerie.
Wait, so I'm over there by her. Am I floating too?
No, just Zay.
You're floating.
When did you learn
This is
that?
awesome.
And as you say that, all of a sudden, you get tossed like a rag doll almost towards the door.
I grab her.
Yeah, because you were walking from the doorway, so you slam into Scoot again, as you do, and you catch her.
I'm just yeah.
Yeah, you set her back down, and then on the far wall near the
Wait,
bar,
does she go?
She
down?
goes on the ground.
She goes
Yeah.
on the ground.
It's like she was picked up by an invisible force and thrown.
Okay.
And then on the far wall, you see in like mold written on the wall, it says, in a flash of lightning from outside, "Closing time."
Oh.
So it's a song request, Ilka.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know several versions of this song. Is Leonard Cohen popular in this time?
Zener Zohan. Yes, he actually transcends worlds. There's a
Good.
Leonard Cohen in Waterdeep.
I start
Did we-
casually humming Leonard Cohen's beautiful, sultry closing time to myself.
Did everyone see the closing time words?
Yes, it was like right in front of all of you, right after she got tossed.
Creepy.
And you hear a voice humming along with you, Ilka, off tune, kind of from the room itself. Like there's not a clear source, but like every few notes, you hear another voice kind of humming a harmony.
Hey, that's not bad. You guys hear this? They can carry a tune.
God, I just want to pull my great axe out, but I don't think it's gonna do any good in here.
So, Scoot, thank you. Will you set me down now? I'd like to continue investigating. I appreciate you catching me.
You were set down basically immediately.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna continue investigating.
I do.
Okay.
Zay tries to peek around the back of the bar.
As you peek around the back of the bar, make a dexterity save.
Oh shit, I need to heal. Dexterity 16.
16. Okay, so you just barely duck out of the way as a stein, like a big old stein from on top of the bar, shoots across the bar and like almost clunks into your head as you're leaning over the bar. But instead it tumbles off into the tap room.
Would you quit picking on me? I'm just trying to be friends.
And the mold on the wall disappears and then reappears again on the bar and it says, "Last call," in big letters.
They want us to drink something. That's what I am getting from this.
And as you look behind the bar, you see that there is a small plaque kind of tilted behind the bar. The plaque reads, "Employee of the 10-day," with a small little brass square set into the wooden frame. And there's like a brass tab that has names scrawled on it.
Can I read the name?
Mm-hmm. It says, you brush it off, it's covered in cobwebs, and they kind of get on your hands, and you brush it off, you peer at it, under the light of the dancing light, it says Leaf Lindgren, and then it says Leaf Lindgren. and it says Leaf Lindgren. And then it says Leaf Lindgren. At least 10 times on this brass thing.
He was
Have
the
I
best
heard
employee.
the name Leaf before?
No,
Okay.
you have not. Beneath that plaque, you see a very obvious hatch, trapdoor leading down to some sort of a cellar. There's also a couple doors out of this tap room. There's one in the back, kind of near the bar, and there's one to the side that seems to go towards like what would be a kitchen or something.
Which way did the kids go?
You don't know.
Are
There's
those
no
kids
sign of
back there?
I don't see him, but there is a trap door and a really faithful employee. I bet he's awesome. I sure would like to meet him and congratulate him and give him lots of tips if he were to be of service to me.
What? There's an employee back there? I think
No,
this
just
bar
his
has been
name.
closed forever. Oh.
Yeah. If he were around still, I bet he is amazing. I bet he's so good at his job.
As you say that, all of a sudden, all 4 of you hear a cry of anguish in the room, like right in the center of the room. And for a brief flash, as the lightning cracks again outside, you swear that you see the saddened face of a middle-aged elven man with a bar towel over his shoulder, just kind of crying out, and then it's gone.
Leaf?
What? What is happening? Do you know that guy?
I don't, but I do think the rumors were true. This place is definitely haunted.
And that beer stein that went flying across the counter, suddenly gets picked up and it's kind of just floating there. And then a towel, like a moldy towel, comes up off the counter and starts to kind of polish it as you say his name.
Oh, Leaf.
What a
Behind the counter,
loyal,
it's just kind of,
what a loyal, dedicated bartender.
there's like mold and spider webs and stuff getting smeared all over
Yep.
this. Yeah.
I take out, hey Lark, can you tip the bartender and we'll check out a new room?
Yeah. Sure. I put a gold coin on the bar and say, can we check out a room upstairs?
We peer around into the corners and towards the floating stein.
The coin just sits there. It says, and you hear a voice that's kind of like whoa, like fading in and out, say like, first ones on the house. And then
Wow.
it sets the stein down in front of you.
Thank you. Is there something in it other than smeared on?
Smeared
Thank
cobwebs
you.
and spiders.
Cheers, Leaf.
And then on the dust of the bar, you see a message written in the grime that says, "She is coming."
Like that just appeared or had already been written?
Just appears.
She
As
is
you
coming.
hold the stein, she is coming.
Lark, do you remember any lore about this place? Who this she might be?
I don't think I would, do I? I guess I am from the North Ward, but do I know anything specifically about this place?
You know that Volo told you that the previous owner lost it after some great calamity that befell Waterdeep, but you don't really know the specifics. And you know that it's old. It matches the style of buildings that have been around for at least a couple hundred years.
I don't really know anything about it.
So at this point, we can either wait for Volo, we can check out the flickering light in the tower, we can check out the basement. Because there's a hatch underneath, near where I'm standing.
As you're talking, there's a boom of thunder, and the front door blows open for a second, and wind blows around the room. And the cobwebs and the floors creak and groan and shudder, and then the message that's on the bar gets wiped clean in this blow of wind, and another message appears, scrawled in hasty handwriting that says, "Please save the children."
All right.
We definitely will. Where are they? Is anybody... We don't know where they went. Are they downstairs? Ghost, help us help them. Help us. Help them.
You hear laughter, like children's laughter, coming from above you and from below you.
What?
So they're playing hide and seek, perhaps?
Or maybe there's more than just those three.
Well, if some are upstairs, there's 3, so they could be in 2 different groups.
Yeah. Or there's more than 3.
Should we start with the basement?
Yeah, since
Yeah,
the hatch is
that'll
right
be
here,
quicker.
let's peek down there
Yep.
quick.
Yeah,
As you're going towards the
is anyone near
lights.
the door to shut it? The main door to shut it?
Yeah. I'll shut the door, and if there's any chair or box nearby, I'll try to at least create some obstruction so it can't
Okay.
just blow open again.
Okay, yeah, you can totally do that. There's plenty of furniture and stuff that's just sitting around. As you walk back, you notice that the marbles are gone. They just don't exist anymore.
Interesting.
Tricky, tricky.
Yeah, then head over to the trapdoor.
Okay. And you open it up?
Yes.
Yes. It's pitch black down there, and even more dank smelling than it is in the tap room. There's like a stairway that goes downwards into the darkness.
I have dark vision though.
Scoot, can you see anything down there?
I believe so. Dim light is bright light.
Yeah, so you
Darkness is
can
dim
see
light.
maybe 60 feet with dark vision. At the very edge of your dark vision, it's kind of, you can imagine like a granular like old TV screen, like the snow effect kind of. You see in this black and white edge of your vision, looks like two eyes, like low to the ground, like a kid, kind of watching you at the far end of this large cellar that just kind of extends with like barrels and things kind of scattered around. There's definitely this thing watching you, and then it retreats out of the range of your vision.
Okay. And do I have a dancing light on me too?
You do. Okay. Yep. It seems to be like a frame of like a white child body, but there's no color, and it's at the very edge of your vision, so it's very hard to see what it actually is.
All right. I
The
will.
rest of you don't see this.
I say I think I see something. I see a pair of eyes or something.
Like a monster?
Did I think it was a monster, or did it just seem pretty human? Do I
It
have an
seems
idea?
humanoid. I mean, it was like this, yeah,
Uh,
like a child.
I don't know about a monster, but it was there and now it's not.
Was it the kids?
It could have been if they were like hiding way down low to the ground, but
Was there more than one?
I think I just saw the one pair of eyes or two one-eyed creatures.
All right, I think we should go down there.
Yeah, let's go.
Zay, they seem responsive to you. Can you try talking?
Sure. I yell down into the hole. Come on up here. We're gonna look for your friends. Come on up. Do I hear anything?
It just echoes into the basement, into the darkness.
I think we should go down there and try to find the ghostly child.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
I follow.
Head down the
I don't go
stairs,
first.
ladder.
There's a ladder.
It's a staircase.
Staircase.
It's a staircase?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How sturdy is the staircase? Is it creaking
remarkably
like?
sturdy, actually. It's been kind of sealed off from everything else.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of like moldy, but it's not
Okay.
falling apart.
I head down the remarkably sturdy staircase.
Yep. What are you guys gonna do? Just kind of look around?
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate what I can see using my dancing lights.
Roll investigation.
Before that, I would have pointed to where I
Sure.
had seen the eye, right? Given it down towards there, roughly 60 feet.
And I reach up and offer her my guidance by saying, it's probably about my height. That's my guidance. And you get +4, plus a D4 to your ability check.
11.
11. So you see that this cellar is split into two parts. There's an ale cellar and there's a wine cellar. And the stairway immediately goes into the ale cellar, and that's where it smells the worst. The wine cellar is full of barrels that have all pretty much turned to vinegar. They've been sitting there for a long, long time. And as you reach the far side of the room, you find along the wall, it looks like there's been some sort of like carpentry work done on the stone wall. Maybe like there's some stones that look newer than other ones. And this is towards where those eyes were that you saw.
Yeah.
Like there's the ale cellar, the wine cellar, and at the far end of the wine cellar is this patch of wall that's been kind of remortared with newer stones, but less moldy.
There's something back there.
As long as it's not one of the children, I'm fine.
And you hear a light giggling sound
From behind the wall.
from behind the wall.
Uh-huh.
At least they're laughing about it.
Yeah, they're super happy about it.
As I go to the wall and I touch the stones, are any of them loose?
Yes, one of them is.
Can I pull it out?
You pull it out and you send your dancing light in, or you kind of look in. It looks like just a tiny alcove, like maybe 5 feet deep, with just a little chest sitting on top of a small like workbench, and you can't really see through the angle of the stone.
This is feeling very Cask of Amontillado.
There's a thumping sound, rhythmic.
No.
Not yet.
What do you see in there?
It's shallow, it's about 5 feet deep. There's a chest sitting in the center, but only this one block will come out.
The kids? Are any kids in there?
Can I see the whole...
Not without
Through
removing
that-
more stones.
I can't tell. I don't hear any movement.
Yeah, you don't sense any movement though.
But everyone heard that giggle, right? It sounded like it came from in there.
Yeah.
How are the bricks put together? Like, how are they...
They're more like
Secured
they're more
together.
like cobblestones and mortar, like they're like
Okay.
rough stones,
So
round
it's
stones.
mortar.
Yeah, so you could probably smash through it if you wanted to. It's not a very thick wall. It's like 8 inches or so.
Would
The
that damage a kid on the other side? Is there a way to pull this down without smashing
You can
it?
try to do it carefully, but it would be risky, yeah.
Can Zay fit through the hole?
Not through this hole, but if he, pried a few more stones out, then yes.
Hey, Scoot,
Yeah,
can you rip a couple of these rocks out, perchance?
I'm gonna try. I've been waiting for this.
Assume that there might be a child on the other side of this wall.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
So I shouldn't
pull
just
it towards
punch
us.
and
Yeah,
kick
can you-
all the
Can you pull towards us and open downward?
So the way you're asking me, you want me to take my great axe and hit it as hard as I can,
No, Scoot. No.
Not so
driving
much.
No,
my
that's
blade
no, the other way.
no,
And
pull it away.
pull it carefully out.
anger into.
No.
No, out. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, friends inside, we're gonna try to open these rocks up a little bit. Step back from the wall. We don't want to hurt you. It's like a game.
Silence.
I'm waiting to pull while he's saying all of that. So yeah, I test a few, see if I get any shake, any wiggle out of it.
Yeah, they're a little bit loose.
Okay,
So-
yeah, and then I'll start popping off a couple, 2,
Sure.
3.
As he's doing this, I'm not feeling very well. Is there someone who has something that might make me feel better? That isn't their daily allotment of...
I don't.
I mean, I have a healing word spell,
So it would take one of your...
Yeah.
Okay.
but what's your...
I'll regain dice at long rest. You know what? I'm gonna take advantage of the balm of the summer court. And, ooh, nice. Recover 5, plus I get a temporary hit point.
Nice. So that's just a
Never mind, guys. I'm feeling better now.
Nice.
It feels nice and warm and cozy in here, like sun is shining on me. You guys don't feel that?
Zay's the
No?
only
No.
one
Oh,
that
okay.
feels even
It's
remotely
kinda-
like that, yeah.
I feel
Gloomy
refreshed.
and cold.
It's getting more gloomy and cold as
kind
the
of
night progresses.
mildewy?
Yeah.
I personally am very comfortable
Yeah.
in the rotting tomb-like damp.
Right. It's actually, you get a weird sense of deja vu in this
Yeah.
place, in fact.
This is
Yeah.
great, y'all. I can roll
So
with
now
this.
that I've gone
So-
tanning,
Unless you're trying to be careful or something, Scoot, it's very easy to peel these things out, and after about a few minutes, you can just make a hole big enough
Alright.
for any of you to crawl through.
Ta-da!
So, ta-da! And
Thanks,
inside-
Scoot.
Yeah, inside looks like a weird little workshop, like a sort of a magician's workshop. There's like some chests on the ground that are like roughly body shaped, almost like caskets. And there's this smaller chest that's closed with some tools. And
how
things.
many casket-sized chests are there?
2.
2.
Are they adult-sized?
They're a little bit smaller than
child's?
adult sized. Yeah.
Is there a slot in the middle where like a magician might put a saw through
No,
it?
they're actually open, so it's
Oh.
just
Oh,
like
okay.
this kind of basin that's roughly person shaped.
But the one in the center is closed.
There's a small chest in the center that's like a little like personal chest, like a safe kind of.
But it is not big enough to hold the body of a child.
No, it's like a little attaché case.
Can I investigate the attaché case-looking thing to
Yep.
see if I see any?
It's unlocked.
It
So you
is.
just open it.
I lean back a little from it so that it wouldn't hit me in the face should something come out. And I open the lid.
Everybody in 60 feet.
Inside
It's
of it.
8d6 damage.
You find many things. It's full of stuff. There's 10 gold pieces
Hey!
just sitting there. 4 silver pieces. There's a neatly folded bartender's smock.
Oh,
and a small worn diary.
You are stealing from what's his name? You're stealing from Leaf.
So I don't take the gold. I leave the gold and the silver, and I pick up the diary.
Okay. And as you pick it up, you see that beneath it, under all this stuff, there's a small sword, like a short sword, just kind of like nestled perfectly in this case diagonally, and it seems to be very ornate. It's got kind of like a blue steel blade. The hilt, it has small gemstones encrusting it, as well as a little brass plaque with the initials MG.
Oh. Lark, there's a beautiful sword in here. You should come take a look at it.
Yeah, I go over and investigate. I gotta examine the sword.
Yeah.
I examine the diary. Zay examines the diary.
Well, starting with the sword is cold to the touch, but it obviously feels magical when you hold it. Like it is enchanted to be cold in some way. And that's the only striking thing you notice right away. Also, when you move it in the air, there's like this light music that everyone can hear. Like it kind of sings a little, not like the vocally, but like some sort of melody is audible as it moves in there. And the faster you move it, the more pronounced that sound is.
Lark, do
Ilka,
that again!
Ilka, I think you should try this
This
out.
is
I think so.
I give
too.
this short sword to Ilka.
I'm gonna take the short sword and like move out into the open area of the cellar and swing it around and see what noises it makes.
Roll knowledge in Arcana.
23.
23. You recognize two things. First of all,
Is that a natural 20?
it's a
Did
nat
you just
20.
roll a nat 20?
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
So you two things
I don't
strike you
actually
like a
know what
thunderclap, Ilka. First of all, that the melody you're hearing is one that you know that your grandfather used to sing to you. You can tell me how it goes because you know it better than I do. Secondly, the initials on the pommel, MG, are Mordecai Gralhund, which is
Yeah,
your
they
grandfather's name. You don't recognize the sword, but you recognize the music and the initials.
Whoa.
You don't remember him having a sword like this, so it's kind of strange. But,
Apparently he didn't have a sword. It was in his cellar.
well, there you go.
So he's connected to Trollskull in some way.
Yeah. So,
Guys,
Yes?
I'm having an epiphany.
What?
This music is familiar. I knew it when I was a child. Not like this, when I was an alive child. And those initials, I think, are one of my relatives.
What?
Cool.
Does your family have some connection to Trollskull Manor?
You know, I'd love to be able to answer that.
Well, what did I learn from reading this diary?
So as you're reading through it, it looks like a journal. You know, it's obviously a Leaf Lindgren's journal. It
Okay.
has his name written many times.
He talks about himself in third person.
He does, actually.
Practicing his signature.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Leaf Lindgren.
Leaf plus MG.
Leaf was very good at his job today.
No,
Got many
strangely,
tips.
there's only one mention of MG, and it says that Mordecai helped him find a job here, and so he's very grateful to Mordecai for that. The last few entries are he says this one's from the 15th of Marpanoth. It says, "It's a happy day. I have found employment at the Trollskull Tavern again. It's in close proximity to my home, and word on the street is it's a rather fine place. I'm hoping I can best utilize." And then it kind of trails off into just like his bartending techniques and like his various ideas for ways to improve the place.
So he said he's working here again.
Mhm.
Do we think perhaps he is like you, Ilka, in that he came back from the dead?
Could he have served them when he was alive and he's tried again now that he's dead?
Well, let's see what else the diary says.
Yeah, was that the last
No,
entry?
there's two more entries. So the next entry is a few days later. What catches your eyes, it says, "Looking into the matter of this establishment's past has caused me some great concern. I have to speak with the master right away. Uktar is right around the corner."
Do we have any inkling as to what year this was?
Yeah, they're dated actually. This is that would be 95 years ago.
To the day?
Almost, because today is the 30th of Marpanoth.
And so if I continue reading the entries, it might be 95 years to the day.
The last entry is the 30th of Marpanoth. And it says, "No one shall believe me unless they saw it themselves, but I know what I saw. That hung hag still haunts this manor, in spirit, but still a threat. We mustn't allow children anywhere near."
Hanged?
Hung.
Hag?
Hung
hag.
hag.
So, again, having grown up here, would I know who the hung hag was?
Roll knowledge history.
11?
11. You know that there's a common folktale in the North Ward of this hag that eats children, and they say that she ran an orphanage and would bring children in and then eat them.
Yeet.
And that was many years ago, but it's like a folk legend that used to scare kids.
I share this folk legend with the
Yes.
rest of the crew.
Her name is Esther.
Was she
Everyone should watch out for Esther at night.
executed? Was she hanged?
I don't know that part of the legend,
It's an urban legend.
but I just know that Esther the hag was
She
the
was
thing that they
probably
would.
pushed into
they
an
would-
oven.
Oh, it's possible.
I mean, we just went
But-
biblical with Esther and Mordecai.
The story, well, if I knew what that was here in Waterdeep, I would appreciate the reference. Fantasy biblical reference. Yeah, so it was just this thing that our parents would tell us. Esther the hag was going to come and eat together, but apparently she ran an orphanage and would bring kids in and then eat them. That's an old legend, but maybe not.
Oh, these poor children. We must save them. Because she is coming.
And as you say that, there's a loud bong from upstairs, calling out the hour. There's a whirl of wind, and all of a sudden a foul chill enters this room all around you. And you get goosebumps and goose prickles, and hair stands on the back of your neck. And all your dancing lights go out in a moment. And then you hear the distant sound of a mad cackle above you, followed by a piercing shriek of fear.
Oh no.
Is she afraid or are we afraid?
The children are afraid.
The children.
Somewhere above you, there's a shriek. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Cackling
two
and the
different
shriek are two
voices.
separate.
Okay.
Yeah. And you hear then you hear the groaning of movement above you again on the floor, like this kind of it's a shaking, stretching sound
Shaking and stretching.
of the wood.
See, the crazy thing is I blocked that door.
Right.
It's still up. So we obviously have to fix that latch.
Add it to the list.
I'm kind of wondering, maybe Volo isn't quite as much of our friend as
I
we
was
thought.
just thinking that. Thanks, Bolo.
Let's take a break right there. Bong. Just to recap what just happened. Yeah, y'all got the goose prickles. There's the groaning coming from above you.
And one sound like a clock chiming?
That's what the bong was, and then there was also this cackling laughter and this panicked scream from somewhere above, ambiguously.
Right, and this
And
is
it's
the
pitch black.
first time we've heard a clock chime.
Yes.
And when we arrived, it was a little after 6 p.m.?
But it only chimed once.
Right.
Just one. Yeah.
Okay.
Save the children! And I rush out in the total darkness.
And you run into a wall.
Ah!
Yeah, you trip over a barrel that's on the ground and spills vinegar-like wine on your foot.
Gross!
It
I
really
stepped
smells.
in something.
You see all this, Scoot.
I'm
Ilka,
I'm
what
not
happened?
chuckling loud, but I'm chuckling.
What happened to your dancing lights?
Something extinguished them.
Can you light them again?
I'm going to try to recast them.
Excellent.
And it's kind of a struggle. You have to focus, but the four of them sputter back into light. But they're very dim. There's like a harsh wind blowing at them, and they're kind of sputtering out in the darkness. But you can see where you are again. You have maybe like 10 feet of vision easily.
My pants are wet.
Think
It's-
dry thoughts.
It's this wine cask, you guys, seriously.
I cast Druidcraft to dry his pants.
Oh, very thoughtful.
Oh, thanks.
We got interesting priorities
I
down
got your
here.
back there.
Save the children! I tried to rush again.
Okay, you rush back towards the staircase?
Yes.
At the top of the staircase, in the taproom floor, you see the spectral form of, looks like a small girl, almost like the Grudge style, like big black hollows for eyes with long white hair, just looking at you from the top of the staircase. And you, like, it stops in your tracks as you see this. It's
Why'd you stop?
Slightly translucent.
I bump into Lark and bounce off him as he stops in front of me.
Punk, punk, Scooby-Doo style, you both
Yeah.
bump into each other.
Why'd you stop?
There's the girl from the ring is at the top of the stairs. Are you okay?
Is the
Is
ring?
Are you in
a drinking
danger?
establishment?
Yes. It's an old tale.
The zing.
The zing.
Oh no.
No, he's that ZooTube character Zomo.
YouTube character.
Oh no. Are you in
Zootube is like this
danger?
transit system they use for the animals at the local zoo, and like they tell stories on the side of it or something. It's this literal tube.
Yeah.
I'm from Stormwind to Ironforge.
Are you in danger? I say to the spectral girl, just in case she's not evil.
And as you say that, the girl's jaw opens.
Oh no!
And, like 2 feet downwards, just kind of like this black abyss where her jaw is dislocating, and she starts to kind of like cough out this shadowy creature. Meanwhile, you feel like another like small child's hand pulling on your fingertips, like very softly, like up the staircase.
Okay,
Not this girl; she's not moving at all, but something else is pulling you.
I'm gonna follow the thing pulling my fingers.
Those would be
Towards the girl?
Sure, whatever.
Those would be like mixed signals.
Yeah. It is terrifying. Like it's making this weird howling noise, and are you like running up the stairs, or just kind of like carefully going around the girl, or
tentatively, yeah. I'm very scared, and I'm being pulled by the fingers. I'll follow whatever's pulling me by the fingers, as long as it doesn't feel like it's yanking my fingers in some terrifying way. Are they pulling me into like the girl's giant gaping mouth, or around?
no?
her?
It just seems like up the stairs. It's not directly towards them.
I'll follow them for now, I guess.
I continue to follow Lark up the stairs. Can I see around him?
Yeah, you can see into the tap room from the light of your dancing lights, but it's all the lights are out in this place, and it's even darker up in the tap room than it was when you got there. Like, there's no light from outside.
Do I also see the girl?
You do. You
With
all
her
see
jaw
this girl.
dropped?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you get up to her, Lark, she finishes forming this thing in her mouth in this like shadowy shape, like not like a human body, but like a spectre-y kind of thing, thumps onto the ground, and the girl kind of like walks into the floorboards and up the wall and disappears into a crack in the floorboards above you on the ceiling, and the shadowy form is just kind of sitting there like trembling, like kind of like pulsing outwards, little tendrils of shadow kind of lapping out of the ground.
It's terrifying.
Yep.
What's happening with my fingers?
They're still being pulled past this thing. There's this staircase kind of opposite the hatch door from the basement, maybe like 15 feet across the bar.
Okay.
That leads to the second floor. With the door open.
I'm gonna keep going that way.
Lark, which way are you headed?
If it's pulling me towards the stairs, I think.
What's pulling you towards
There's something
the
that
stairs?
has my fingers. Like, I think it's maybe one of the kids is trying to lead us somewhere. Maybe they're trying to protect us. I don't know about this thing that just got coughed up on the ground here. It's terrifying. I'm trying not to look at it.
Zay pulls out her quarterstaff and starts sort of edging around the side of the room to try to go towards the stairs, keeping the distance of the quarterstaff between herself and the writhing floor thing.
What about you two? Scoot and Ilka.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying.
want to stab it with my magic sword.
Straight up.
That is my strongest instinct.
And attack roll then. And Scoot.
Yeah, my instinct is to not do that. My instinct is to, again, like they evade around it and try to get to the staircase.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just lying there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pure evil, I'm pretty sure, and it hasn't attacked us yet, so we should get it while it's down.
Do you have a
So
sense
Ilka's
that
kind of
it's
trailing
pure
behind.
evil?
You have the singing sword in your hand.
It's a lot of judgments thrown out in kind of a hurry.
And as you regard this thing, everyone else is kind of rushing by towards the staircase. All of a sudden, like a pseudopod of shadow, like lunges towards your chest and like tries to like sink into your chest. And what's your armor class?
Say it again?
Your armor class.
13.
13. It does not hit you. You're already very on edge, and you manage to kind of sidestep it when it lunges out and it gets sucked back into the ball of shadow. And it kind of, this like dull howling sound is getting louder coming from this shadowy mass. And it's kind of pulling itself towards you.
Ilka, what are you doing back there?
And then you attack it.
Yeah!
No!
Make an attack roll.
What do you need for that?
A d20.
20.
Oh yeah.
16.
16 plus a bunch. Easily hits it. And then you roll damage. So for the short sword, I think it's a d8 or d6.
Yeah.
We'll say it's a d8. And you have your strength modifier and 1 cold damage. Your strength modifier is 0, so that's 9 damage to it. So you stab into this thing, and like this whining, hissing sound kind of comes out of it, and the shadows all like peel back from where you stabbed it, and it kind of dissipates into the ground as you gut it with your magic sword.
Sweet.
And then music sings as you stab into it.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa, nice going, Ilka.
Even more clearly, like at first it was kind of like one string part playing as you swung it around, but like that was like so intent, that stab that you did, that like
Flooded the cellar with an
second
orchestra.
string part, like accompanying the first one, kind of played.
I'll wait for the flooded orchestra.
Yeah, that's not yet. That's at the climax of the story. Just wait.
I hope it was
Episode.
I hope it was dissonant too.
2 violins. Faintly out of tune.
Yep. And there's a brief flash, like a cold snap around the shadow too, and it kind of like coalesces into ice for a second before it thaws, and the shadow dissipates. As you all are up on the taproom floor again, you see that the windows and the front door, there's nothing, like it's been blown open, but instead of an opening to outdoors, everything is bricked shut. The front door is bricked closed, the windows are all bricked shut.
Oh
And
man,
it's pitch black.
we're in the
this
death house.
No.
Yes.
I think we have to keep going upstairs.
Yeah.
And you don't feel the tugging anymore. It
Oh,
goes
no.
away after you get past this little girl.
They're not pulling my hand anymore, but I think that they wanted us to go up there.
And you hear a thumping upstairs, like movement. Kind of a bumping sound.
And there's
Yeah.
thumping and bumping up there. Let's go.
It's like,
This album is writing itself. Thumping and bumping and what's happening with my fingers?
Alright, I follow Lark up the stairs.
Just a quick break here. Is this album now like 44 tracks long?
I'd say about 20.
Okay.
moving up the stairs,
You come to the second floor of the tavern, which is less of a tavern and more of an estate at this point. Like the first floor was kind of converted into a tavern at some point. The second floor is more of an estate room. There's like a common room and a den. But once you go up the stairs, you see that it's very empty. Like there's almost no furniture, and it kind of gives you this empty, like sort of lonely and surrounded by emptiness. Kind of that sort of feeling when you're alone in a big space. In your heart, there's no light. All the windows are bricked shut. And you hear the soft pitter-patter of feet nearby. You're in this kind of common room with 3 doors leading out to hallways around you. Again, it's pitch black.
This is
Do
on
we
the,
have the dancing lights went out again, or
No, they're still with you.
Okay.
this is on the first story that would have had that balcony from the outside?
Yes, there's a balcony on this floor. There's a balcony on the floor above you.
But currently, our understanding is we're bricked away from the balcony.
Right.
Okay.
As far as you know, you haven't tried one of those doors yet on the second floor, but...
Okay.
Maybe it's an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
The illusion of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's in fact Jello.
Zella.
made to look like bricks. Or Zix. Fancy bricks that are just bricks.
I'm gonna walk to the bricks by one of these windows,
Okay.
and do I observe into anything that would tell me they're not normal, real bricks?
No, they seem like standard bricks. They're kind of darker.
I want to reach out and touch
clay.
them.
Yep, they're ice cold to the touch. And as you touch them, you feel this kind of humming outside, like a vibration sort of from the outside, like the wind is howling really hard or something.
I'm gonna push really hard on the bricks.
Roll strength.
Any strength.
Yeah, that's fine.
16.
16. Yeah, they're very well stuck together. And you kind of pound into them, and you make a slight divot in the brick, like you move a little bit, but then it kind of corrects itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the house is trying to protect us from the storm. What a sweet house. It was meant to be our clubhouse.
And as you all consider this window, suddenly there's a slam behind you, and one of the doors leading out of this room opens, and this small child, kind of like a round boy with a stick in his hand,
Kill
with
it!
like a fire coming out of it, is like running past you at full speed, like huffing, and he slams into the next door, like across the room from him. And as he runs through it, you see that he's being pursued by one of those black shadowy mounds, that's kind of like chasing him down the hallway. And they both disappear down the hall, past you.
Then they come in a different door. and then
really cute big dog. Yeah, and then a big dog shows up and asks for a snack.
And then the Harlem Globetrotters are there.
I chase after the black thing. I'll save you.
Okay.
I am supposed to check where they came from.
That
But I
was
think
not
we
Lark's.
should-
You
yeah.
you should.
I don't
do
think
it.
we
You
should separate. Zay's gonna follow her hero. Lark, let's save the kid.
Okay, and you run up after this thing.
Yes.
I'm not gonna make you roll initiative yet, but if you want to like attack it or do something, like what do you have in mind?
Yes, I'm gonna try to, because I just witnessed Ilka kill it. I'm gonna try to pull my rapier and I'm gonna try to stab it. I'm chasing after it with my rapier out, ready to stab.
Yeah, and you catch up to it. They're not moving. They're moving like half your speed. And you stab into it. Make an attack roll.
14
Hits.
Do I have? No, that wouldn't count.
It's a finesse weapon, so you can add your dexterity modifier to your damage.
Yeah, I was thinking it's not really a sneak attack though. Yeah.
No.
So
It's not
6.
engaged with anybody else. 6 damage. So you stab into it, and you definitely feel a little resistance, but it's obviously like not doing the full impact of whatever 6 damage would be in physical terms.
It's not what I would have expected.
Yeah,
stabbing
right.
into
But
it.
the shadow kind of like poops out around it a little bit and then starts to reform less well. So it did something to it. And the kid whirls around and sees you there stabbing into the shadow, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, mister!" And he takes his fiery wand thing and smacks at the shadow himself. He's like, "Let's take it down!"
Be careful, kid!
And he totally whiffs and like falls into the wall, and he's like, "I'm okay!" And he starts swinging at it again.
I'm gonna try to position myself between the kid and the monster.
Okay. And then the 3 of you are kind of following behind.
Yeah, I'm running up as well. Magical singy sword drawn.
Okay, the creature tries to attack Lark first, and crits you, Lark. As this shadowy tendril plunges into your chest and kind of passes through you for a second before sucking back out again. You kind of stumble forward a couple feet, and you take 2 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
15.
15. your strength score is reduced by 3
Oh, jeepers.
for the moment.
Okay.
As this thing kind of sucks the energy out of you.
Okay, and then all corresponding modifiers too.
Yes, go
Okay.
down by 1 or 2.
Okay.
Then the rest of you catch up, so you can all attack it or do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I attack when I see that.
Yep. Roll it.
Okie dokie. 16
Yep.
plus other stuff.
You have advantage too. It's super engaged.
1d12. Okay, I'm not raging, so this is just going to be the 1d12 plus 3. So it's 8.
8 damage. So again, you feel the same thing as Lark. You know, it's got some kind of resistance to your attack. But the 2 of you hitting it is enough to kind of disperse it. And you kind of hack through the shadow again and again and again, and it just kind of slowly fills the hallway and then sinks into the floorboards. And they kind of creak and groan as it does.
We're very inefficient Ghostbusters, but we do get the job done. There's a lot more effort.
We ain't afraid of no ghosts.
So this hallway is pretty well lit because this kid seems to have stuck a continual flame candle on the edge of a stick. And he's like waving it around, and it's providing pretty good light compared to the dancing lights. He says, "Thank you."
How long have you been here?
People.
Are there more of those things?
Yeah, probably.
Do we recognize him as one of the children who's been following us?
You do. He's a half orc. Seems like he's kind of wearing like loose clothing, and he has a wand. Like he's like a weird, awkward child version of a wizard or something. He says, "Yeah, I don't know who you are, but you seem okay. I'm Jenks."
Jinx, were you at the Yawning Portal last night?
Yeah, why?
No reason.
Who's asking?
We're friends, and we're here to protect you. You've got 2 other friends here, or are there others?
I told you my name.
My name's Lark, Jenks. Nice to meet you.
Lark.
Yeah.
You were at the Yawning Portal yesterday.
Yes.
You're awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, my friends and I were here. We were gonna explore the place one last time. We heard it was being sold, and this is a pretty cool building. So we were gonna look for treasure one last time, but we got split up.
Is it just the 3 of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've been here before?
So you know about my friends?
Well, we saw you come in, and so we didn't know if there were others, but we know that there's some bad stuff happening right now. We want to make sure that you're safe.
Well, we've been playing here for a while tonight, and then all of a sudden the wind picked up and the rain started, and everything went dark in here, and I don't know what happened to my friends. If you could help me find them.
Have you guys been playing in the tower?
Yeah. The last I remember, there was this cackling noise, and my friend Squidly was dragged away by something dark.
Is Squidly a tiefling?
Oh, he says, okay, so our leader's Nat. She's amazing. She found something under one of the floorboards. And then right after that is when everything started to go crazy.
Under one of the floorboards in the tower?
Yeah.
Do you know what the something was?
No, it was just like I was glowing, but I didn't look at it too closely.
Did she take it, or did she drop it? Okay.
I think she still has it, but I don't know where she is.
Because you got separated?
Yeah, these things started coming out of the walls. And then Squidly got pulled away, and I started looking for him and looking for Nat, and I don't know what's going on.
Where did you find your candle?
This is my magic wand.
Excuse me, where did you bring your magic wand with you?
I always have my magic wand. I'm a great wizard.
Clearly.
Great wizard Jenks.
Oh, great wizard Jenks. Let's go save your friends. Do you think they're in the tower? What would be the best place to start looking?
I think Nat was there the last I saw her. Yeah, maybe she's still there.
All right. Can you tell us how to get to the tower and come with us and stay by Scoot? This is Scoot.
Excuse me? I'm not babysitting.
I'll babysit.
There you go.
You defend.
I bet you we would go a lot faster, Great Wizard Jenks, if you were riding on Scoot's shoulders. Like lighting the way forward with your magic wand.
Like a steed.
Yes!
I hate you guys.
Pretty awesome.
Mount your trusty steed, Scoot.
I'm ready, Scoot.
I hate you.
I love you, Scoot.
Whatever.
Don't worry, Jenks. Scoot seems crabby, but he has a heart of gold.
As long as he ducks in the doorways.
No promises.
I mean, I've had this happen before, Mister.
So, can I pick him? Is this a real child or is this a ghost?
Real
actual
child,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so and I'm probably genuinely surprised. when he has weight and mass. Like, oh, son of a bitch. All right.
It's an actual kid.
He says, oh, we got real stakes in this.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we follow Jinx's directions.
Yeah.
He points the way with his
He
wand.
says, well, I've been looking around this floor and I haven't seen her, so maybe she's upstairs.
Let's go.
All right.
And there's actually, like, so you guys were in this main common room, and then you pass into the next room, which is sort of this parlor with a big, wide staircase, like, going up to, like, the bedrooms on the 3rd floor or whatever. And so presumably that's the main way up to the 3rd floor.
Is that the way he pointed with his wand?
Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious way up the stairs.
Roughly how old is Jinx? Is this like an 8-year-old, 12-year-old?
He says, I'm 9.
That'll do.
9 years and full of fire. He waves his wand.
I'm
9
this
years.
many. Drops his wand.
He says, but our leader, Nat, she's 10.
Whoa.
That's why she's the leader.
Is that her age or her level?
I don't know what you mean, but yes.
I charge up the stairs. Rashly.
At the top of the stairs, you see another pair of glowing white eyes. These ones, like before, there was like a black hole. These ones are like white flashlights almost. And as you see
But
them,
he's close to what
instantly-
I saw down in the basement?
Yes.
That was,
Yep.
yeah. So,
Yep.
and if I see that, I say, oh, yep, there it is again.
Make a charisma with saving throw.
It's not my strength. Oh, shit. 4.
4, you immediately feel charmed by these eyes and this white ghostly child that's at the top of the stairs, and you feel a need to go to it and protect it as
Okay.
well as you can.
I do. That's what I do. I'll protect you, little friend.
And you guys see Lark charge off, protect
Lark
this
is
ghostly
so
figure.
noble and brave. Look at him. Look at
I'm
him.
immediately like, nope, Lark, what are you doing? I chase after Lark.
Make a charisma saving throw.
You have good
I
charisma.
do actually. 24.
Oh yeah, so these eyes flash for a second, then they go back to being the dark hollows that you saw in that first girl. And you see right through it, and you see that this girl is trying to pull Lark away from the rest of you. She starts to kind of wander away into a side room. And Lark, you follow her.
I've got your back, little friend. I'll go wherever you lead me.
Lark, no, it's a trap.
When I hear her yell, it's a trap, I light a flame in the path in between, using Druidcraft in the path in between Lark and the ghost.
Roll intimidation or performance.
19.
Roll insight, Lark.
Damn it.
This is a good thing. So you
hold on. Oh, that's even worse. 5.
So you are totally spooked by this fire that suddenly pops up in between.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she walks right through it, but you stop in your tracks. With a conflict of interest, unsure what to do.
I
think it might be.
There's a
kid in the
So I might
fire.
have to sniff it out.
is this kid riding just like holding on to, do I have 2 hands free is what I'm asking.
Yeah, you can hold on to
Okay.
it.
So once I see Lark, I know Lark's misbehaving.
Yep.
I know Lark's now freaked out by this fire that's
Yep.
just suddenly appeared. I grab him from behind with my left hand and I smack him in the face with my right hand.
Like to hurt him or just to snap him out of it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, make another charisma saving throw with advantage this time, Lark. Yeah.
Nat 20.
And that totally does the trick. Boom, and you're instantly back where you are. You see this girl pass through the doorway and disappear. There's a fire right in front of you.
Oh,
I snuff out the fire.
thank you guys. That was scary.
The ground was very dank, so it didn't spread or anything like that.
Good. Man, this is some dank ground.
Who was the last one going up the stairs then, Ilka?
Because I'm running behind Lark, yelling at him that it's
Oh,
a trap,
right.
but I didn't catch him.
So maybe Zay.
Yeah,
the
might be
last
the
one.
one.
Yeah.
So as you're walking up the stairs, you see another ghostly figure kind of crawl up the railing from the side of the staircase and peer up at you and like beckon you towards it. Make a charisma save.
Okay. 15.
15. You manage to resist. You see what it is, a ghost child trying to lure you away from your friends. But then as it just stays there and regards you, like 2 feet away.
Why would you work for the hag? We're here to help you. I say to the ghostly
Just
figure.
kind of tilts its head. His face is totally expressionless. And then from under the staircase, he pulls out a doll and just leaves it on the stair next to you. A little doll, like a Raggedy Ann kind of thing.
So it's within reaching distance without having to go back down the stairs.
Mhm.
Oh, I'd totally pick up that doll. and examine it more closely. And before I start to examine it, I say, "Hey guys!" So they turn around and look, hopefully.
And as soon as you pick it up, you hear a motherly voice say from the doll itself, saying, "Who's been a wicked child?" Yep.
Do all of us hear this, or just her?
Yes, it's a speaking voice.
Whoa. Like it was just in the air, or did it come out of the
from
doll?
the doll, yeah.
Not me. I say to the doll.
Well,
Worst doll ever, you guys. No wonder these kids are mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the legend is that she would lure the kids in and then eat them. So maybe these ghosts are the ghosts of the children that she killed.
Trying to scare other kids away so they don't get eaten.
My instinct is to take the doll and rip it in half.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have that good of a
Take
grip
it
on
out.
it.
Yeah.
And as soon as you grab it, you hear a childlike voice say, "Please don't hurt me."
I pause for a second. I look around real quick.
I don't think you should. What if like there's the soul of a kid in there? Wait, was it a kid voice?
Yes, that was a child. It was a different voice.
Let's just hang on to the doll for a while.
Something
I'll
weird
take
is
it back.
happening.
I'll keep an eye on
I
it.
pinch it once to see if that does anything.
And the motherly voice
go.
again says, "Somebody's ready for the stew pot."
Maybe it's like a sending stone, but a doll. Or maybe it's like a thing where we're
It's a
hearing this
Kingsman
happening.
doll.
I start feeling it to see if I can feel a standing stone embedded in there.
No, it's made of straw mostly.
Ugh.
A little bit of linen and burlap. And
All
some
right.
buttons.
Well, I'm uncomfortable with this thing now. If I'm not allowed to kill it,
I'll carry it.
then yeah, I hand it off to Zay.
And I think I want to keep running up the stairs.
Yeah.
Agreed. Jenks, lead the way.
Yeah. Does Jenks know anything about the doll?
No, he doesn't recognize it.
Oh, all
He's
right.
like, "That looks really creepy."
Yeah, Zay wants it, so we're gonna give
We
it to
think
Zay.
so too.
Okay, you're brave, Zay.
There you
I
go,
am
Zay.
so brave.
Yeah.
Let's
You
go.
can join our gang after this.
Yes.
Gang has a negative
I'm
connotation.
eyeballing the doll
Hey, mister.
skeptically.
I'm not judging you. You're wandering around in our playground.
I'm in a group. I'm not in a gang. I'm in an organization. We've got we're filled with bylaws and whatnot.
So you start wandering around the third floor looking for a sign. And so you kind of know roughly where the tower is based on where you were outside. It's on like the northwest corner of the building.
Can we ask Jenks to point the way there? Which way, Jenks?
Well, he kind of points the way with his wand, and it makes sense with what you know in your head of where the tower is. And you make your way. There's a bedroom with two doors. One of them seems like it goes to like a bathroom of some kind, a privy, and one of them seems to go towards the tower. Would you like to keep on going towards the tower? This bedroom is very empty. You see, looks like a flash of light coming from under the bed, and a small ghostly hand kind of beckoning.
I want to go and I don't want to go.
Well, I yell out, "Squidling! Squidling, are you on this floor?"
You just hear a light giggling coming from under the bed, and
Squidly.
coming from the privy room, and coming from above you, and coming from below you. Just this chorus of childlike laughs. And Jenks is like, "That is not Squidly. That's trouble."
Do we close the door?
The one you just came from.
No, the one that the bedroom door.
Well, we got to go through there to go up, right?
Yeah. So you're on the third floor. There's two doors. There's one that leads to a privy, and one that leads towards the tower,
Okay.
which is where you were headed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we
And
should
this-
keep
and-
going towards this tower.
Yeah. So we got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hold it. I don't have to use the privy at this time. I will wait.
I mean, nobody's gone in like 2 days.
I know. I was
No.
just thinking that.
Yeah.
I've been holding it. I'm very practiced.
I think we've been to the
Well, we were
sewer
in the sewer.
twice.
Just saying.
I'm gonna just let it all go
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you open the door to the tower, and in it you see a ladder leading up to the top of the tower. There's like a fourth floor kind of balcony open to the outside, which is where you saw like flickering light and movement when you were approaching the building. In here, you see again some ghostly eyes kind of peering at you from the walls, and they kind of sink into the walls as you enter. And the howling kind of gets louder around you outside of the tower as you enter this room, all four of you. And Jenks is like, "Nat, Squidly." It's very loud outside. It's very hard to hear what's going on above you.
But no response
No
to
response.
this. Okay.
I definitely rush up the stairs again.
The ladder.
Yeah, the ladder.
Boom, 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 boom. There's a hatch. Throw it open.
Yeah, you.
The floor we had been on, is that where they lifted the floorboards, or are we headed to the room where she lifted the floorboards?
It was right in this tower, yeah. He points to the ground where the floorboards are a little bit loose, and he says, "That's where we found it."
Lark, wait! Let's check the hole in the ground where they found the thing before you go up the ladder, before you open the hatch.
is up there.
Okay, check quick.
Okay, I investigate in the where they found the glowing object. 14.
14. You don't see any sign of the object that they found, but you do find near the wooden, like underneath one of the boards, there's a small wooden sword that looks out of place, like it's new, it's fresh, it's not moldy at all.
So Nat left her weapon behind. She would never leave her weapon behind.
You're right! Wow, you know us really well.
I'm gonna be part of your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think they're in trouble. I'm going in.
Okay!
Push.
And lightning cracks around you as the wind pelts your face and rain hits you, splashing from outside. But as you crawl up, you see that around you is not the city of Waterdeep. It's like this whirling purple void around this building that's just kind of floating in space in like some kind of a demi-plane pocket dimension. And in the corner of this open tower with like a little balcony around it looks like a small girl hiding like behind some boxes, hunched over, and she glares up at you as you open the door.
Nat?
And she's holding like a small something tightly in her hand that's kind of glowing. She just glares at you.
We're here with Jenks. We're here to try to save you.
I hear him
Doesn't
yell
say
that
anything.
he has seen Nat, so I'm gonna grab her sword, and I'm probably not tall. Am I tall enough to reach up and hand him the
No,
sword?
it's like 15,
Okay.
20 feet up.
Okay.
You can crawl up the ladder though.
I am. I'm gonna secure the sword and crawl up the ladder behind Lark.
And she makes some gestures with her hands at you all, very quickly, and then thumps on the ground 3 times. And then you hear Jenks say, "Nat, it's me. It's okay." And then she immediately relaxes and just kind of regards the 4 of you and stands up, holding this thing very tightly to her chest.
Okay. Nat, I would like to trade you this sword for that object you have in your hand.
She shakes her head.
What is it? Nat, what do you have?
She glances at you, and then she shows you. It's a small, glowing token. It looks like a shriveled green hand clutching a shriveled organ that kind of pulsates weakly, like a heart or something, with a hand around it. And it's maybe like small. It's just smaller than an avocado. And she's just kind of holding it in her hand where it kind of glows with a pale green light.
Nat, that seems evil.
She nods and raises her eyebrows.
We need to get rid of it somehow.
She doesn't speak, but she gestures like, no kidding. You know, she shrugs her shoulders. And
I'm gonna climb up the
Glares at
ladder
you.
and join this conversation.
Jenks, can Nat usually talk?
Jenks says, no, she can't speak. But that's okay because we have our own secret language that no one else knows.
All right.
Even better, it's like a superpower.
Yeah, it is. Man, this game just keeps getting cooler and cooler.
Goddamn right.
Language.
Listen, I don't tell you how to live.
All right. Can you come up and help us understand what Nat is trying to communicate to us?
Sure, he hops off of Scoot's shoulders and climbs up the ladder. Okay, so you're all up there, and she kind of approaches you and shows you this token, the 4 of you. And Jenks says, Nat found this just a little while ago. We think it's important to the hag. You know, the hag that eats kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we always thought it was a folktale, but clearly it's not. And he looks around the horizon. I'm with you guys. I think we should get rid of it somehow.
Let's put it in the bag of holding.
We were playing marbles when we found this thing in the floorboards.
I have a magic sword, Nat. I think if I stab that heart with the magic sword, it might kill it or at least damage it.
Should we find Squiddly before we do anything crazy?
Drastic.
Yeah. Like, we're in a different dimension. We don't want to, like, leave him behind or
Get
something.
stuck there.
Is Squiddly in the doll?
Yeah.
Good question.
Does
Hey,
the hag
Squiddly,
have
are you in
Squiddly?
there? I hold up the doll and ask, Squiddly?
The doll just repeats one of the phrases it said before. It says,
Okay.
"Please don't hurt me."
Oh, it's like a chatty cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a Krusty the Clown doll.
But Nat is willing to give you the token, Ilka, as you say that.
I
Okay.
take it in my hand. Can I inspect it? Do I feel anything from it?
Yeah, you feel like a sickening magical aura emanating from this thing. It makes you kind of feel like puking.
Definitely evil.
Yeah, it's very hard to the touch and cold.
I don't know what's going to happen when I put this magic sword to this magic object, but maybe we should
All hold hands.
go back down so we're not up here in this magical purple void.
I think the whole place is surrounded by a magical purple void. Maybe not just...
Is Squidly
tower?
safe?
As you ask that, you hear a musical voice coming from nearby, but not in this room, that says, "Hush, little orphan, don't cry no more. Mama Esther's at the door. Winter's quite long and money's tight, but Mama's making dinner for tonight." And it kind of emanates from so that you're in this tower, and then near you is the attic of the building, and it kind of comes from that direction, above the 3rd floor.
Oh.
Alright. So, I think we should try to find Squidly. I think we should bring Nat and Jinx. I think you should secure the heart in the organ in the best way as you can, so that we don't get it taken from us.
I'm gonna wrap it up in the rotting skull.
Yeah, that's a great hiding place.
And it's
I love
actually
it.
it's less gross. Yeah. It masks it really well.
Neat. It is
the
wrapped
necrotic
up
energy
in
kind of just bounces
tattooed
against the flesh. Yeah.
rotty flesh.
Okay.
The kids are horrified when they see you do this, but they think you're pretty cool and you have a magic sword, so they're willing to trust you.
You haven't even heard me play my concertina.
Nat just glares at you and her hand is down by her side, but she's rapid fire, making all these motions, and Jenks is just "Don't worry, I think they're okay. Seriously, they helped me out, they saved my life. It's okay." She kind of glances at him, and yeah.
All right. So
nods resolutely.
Should we make sure the kids are in the middle of the party? Jinx, have you ever been to the attic before? Could you lead the way? Or is it pretty obvious?
Well, he says that there's a staircase. There's a staircase down in near the bedroom, just around the corner. I think that leads up to it.
Okay. Nat, Jinx, come with us. And I hand her wooden sword.
She brandishes it to the sky, and lightning strikes, and she looks super heroic for a moment as she puts her foot up on a box, and then she nods swashbucklingly to you and slides down the ladder with both hands really nimbly and lands on the ground and starts rushing off ahead of you all.
So cool!
Sweet. I dart down the ladder after her.
I try to slide down the same way.
Roll acrobatics.
16.
Yeah, you totally do. It's really
Nice.
smooth.
Yes!
In a second, shoot, you slide down holding onto the rails. You don't even get any splinters. Maybe gloves on or something, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
That would keep you safe. So.
Yes, I do. Great. I follow wherever Nat's going.
Okay. And as you all go back through the bedroom, you hear a voice from above you now singing again. And it says, "Hush, little orphan, the stew is hot. Hush, little orphan, get in the pot. Hush, little orphan, Mama's got you. I've got you right where I want you."
We've got to hurry. She's going to eat him. Or
and
her.
you hear a yelling coming from upstairs. Yeah.
I don't know if
shrieking.
just Squidly's gender.
Does Squidly have parents? Is he an orphan? I asked Jinx.
We're all orphans.
Oh,
It's alright. It's cool. It's a good life. We have friends. We have each other.
that's what's most important. Is surrounding yourself by the people you love. Say
And
those
Nat
words.
is 2
Enemy
rooms ahead of
friends.
you now. And you
I'm racing after her as fast as I can.
Yep.
yeah, she's booking through doors, and you follow her, and you get to the master bedroom, and you see kind of all over in this room, in the mirrors and under the bed, and crawling through the walls, these spectral children kind of peering at you, and some of them are beckoning, but you're all kind of resisted their. You're all used to their magic at this point, so their charming grins don't really lure you in, and you move past them to this staircase that's in the master bedroom that leads up to the attic with a trapdoor. And you hear a wild cackling coming from up through that trapdoor, and Nat and Jenks bolt for the door, totally fearless, ahead of you all. What would you like to do?
I race after them, sword
me too.
drawn.
Rumble behind him.
Absolutely.
Okay, they push open the door, and you follow up after them into this attic. Looks like some sort of a storage space. There's glass windows that are not bricked up. You can see the lightning and the rain slamming against the glass all around you, but the lightning is illuminating this dark room where there is the silhouette of a spectral, beautiful woman floating hauntingly in the center of the room. Her form is translucent. She's kind of wearing a fine robe, and she's floating over this cauldron. In the center of this room is this black cauldron, and inside of it is this small tiefling boy with an eye patch who's kind of splashing around in it, calling for help, and it's heating up underneath him as this spectral being kind of holds him there. Spectral mist kind of swirls out of the cauldron and onto the floor and spills out towards you. And looking around, you immediately notice several pairs of glowing white eyes watching you from all around the room. How do you react? What do you do?
I run and try to get the kid out of the cauldron.
Okay. As soon as you start moving towards the room, she says, "Yes, my sweets, they're here. Bring our new friends to the bath." and there's 7 of these wide spectral creatures, and they all start crawling towards you. You'd have to get pretty close to them to move past all of them. Some they're like all over the room on the floor. Do you want to just book past all of them to the cauldron and get the kid out?
Let me think here.
Are these similar to the ones we saw that Jaw dislocated and created the...
They are, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard to tell like what side they're on. Like sometimes they're kind of like just watching you or like helping you, and sometimes they're obviously dangerous. And these ones are approaching you very menacingly. And the howling sound in the room is kind of getting louder and louder.
How big is the room and how far away is the cauldron?
The room is about 20 by 15. It's pretty small.
Oh yeah, I'm totally
Yeah,
get
so
there.
you can just dash across the room in one move.
Yeah, I would do that, trying to avoid as many of the spectral forms as possible on my way there.
Make a wisdom save.
It's not what I'm great at. That will be 16.
As you run towards them, the hag, spirit, holds out a hand towards you and cackles maniacally, and all of a sudden a vice of iron, like a crown cage, latches onto your head and like pinches your head, and it's very painful. But it pisses you off so much that you're able to just like rip it off your head, like you bend the metal and tear it off of your head and throw it on the ground as you keep going. And then she scowls and kind of shrieks at you. And then what do you want to do? Get the kid out of the water?
Yeah, I just want to grab the kid by his whatever, and if it's clothed at all, or
yeah, he's got an eye patch and he's got like kind of swashbuckling clothes, and there's a really really awesome looking hat on the ground near the cauldron. And as you pull him out, like despite everything that's going on, he's like, my hat.
All right,
Give my hat, mister.
So I grab the back of the scruff of the neck, and at the same time, with the other hand, go down to grab the hat, and then I get everything up at the same time.
Thanks. And you pull him out, and he's like, that was close. and then what?
I'm heading back to the party.
Okay.
Again, trying to, hot step it.
So before you're kind of pulling into this room now, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to cast vicious mockery at the hag and try to distract her so she's not focused on Scoot and the kid.
Okay. So that's a charisma save. She fails her save, so she takes 4 damage at 1d4.
She's directly above the cauldron.
Yes.
Once he has pulled the half-orc out, tiefling,
Yep.
the tiefling out, I would like to, I cast Druidcraft and try to supercharge the flame under the cauldron. Is there a flame under the cauldron?
Yes, and it flares up and the cauldron starts to boil and spark and hiss very loudly, and then the spectral smoke starts to kind of fill the room.
That's okay.
Yep. The hag seems to be unperturbed by it.
Okay.
She's kind of ponders your choices and then just kind of cackles to herself. She's like, making it hotter. Thank you.
Well, then I snuff it out.
Do you?
Yes.
You do, and then she holds a hand out and turns the fire back on of her own accord.
I never would have.
I see how it is.
I never thought she'd be able to do that. Ooh, that's not a big number. Glad I did something cool at the start. I'm not going to be back for a while. Did you get it?
1.
Oh, I'll be up before her.
Not much. I have 6.
6.
Oh, Jesus.
8.
Oh, no. 4.
Well, she got a
900.
10, so she's going to go first.
10.
Yep.
She rolled average and beat us all.
Yeah.
That's crushing.
We all started running at the same time and then tripped over each other and fell. And,
Who's next? Zay, what did you take?
So the hag husk holds out a hand, and a stream of shadow launches out of it and smashes against the trapdoor that you guys all just came through up here, and kind of like coats the whole thing in this shadowy ectoplasm and seals it behind you. And then she smiles at you, Scoot.
I didn't do
very
anything.
Very kindly and says, "Come here, child.
Oh boy.
Make a charisma saving throw."
Not my best skill. Again. 5.
And you are compelled to move towards her and protect her as well as you can.
Somebody slapped me in the face.
At the same time, 7 spectral children around her start to do the shadow yakking up thing. They all kind of like freeze and hold themselves and start to kind of dislocate their jaws and do the shadow hairball.
Well, the good news is I have a non-magical weapon, so it's only really effective against you guys.
Oh, great. Oh.
Who has the shriveled hand thing right now? So you feel it really pulsating in your hand at this point. Like it seems like it's like warming up. It was very cold, but it's obviously reacting to something in this room.
It's not my turn. Or is it my turn?
It is now Zay's turn.
I'm going to yell out to Scoot, "You are neither a child nor an orphan. Think of your mother." And then I will take the magic dagger. No, I'll take an actual dagger out. And am I near any one of the 7 white spectral creatures?
They're all within like 5-10 feet, yeah.
Okay, I move to one and hit it.
Okay.
Stab at it.
This whole room's an opportunity attack.
Right?
It is. It hits. 19 is a super hit.
19. I'm assuming I add something to it, but okay. 1d4 plus 2. 4. I hit it for 4.
Okay. Again, you feel that resistance. It's a ghostly thing, so it's not doing a ton of damage, but you do slash into this small spectral child. And it kind of doubles backwards, and its jaw kind of closes up again. It stops summoning the shade thing that it was doing before.
Okay.
Do you want to move or do anything else?
No.
Yeah. So then the 3 kids let out like a battle yell and all charge you, Scoot. And with their wooden weapons start smacking you. And they're like, "Snap out of it, man!"
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Make a charisma save with advantage.
Yay! Can I add them? Oh, God. Can I add them? 9.
So they're all like beating on you with these wooden weapons, and you take 1 damage, but you are still ensorcelled. They're like, "It's not working!
Nope.
He's under her spell!"
Keep them coming.
And Matt like crawls up to you and starts like smacking you on the face as hard as she can, but it's not very hard.
No.
It's only 10.
It's just standard day on the ship for Scoot.
Yeah. Scoot, or Lark, it's your turn first.
Alright, I'm going to vault over the spectral children, race towards my friend Scoot, and punch him right in the face.
Somebody hit me in the balls.
face?
That'll bring back the memories.
Yeah. Okay, make an attack roll.
I roll up. Oh, do I have any bonus on unarmed combat? Probably not. 4.
Give him a plus 10.
Maybe your dexterity is fine. I think
7.
Nope. Armor class is 14.
Totally
Ducks out of the way. Well, I suppose. Roll advantage because he's got 3 kids smacking him too.
Yeah. And sneak attack damage.
God damn it! Crit fail.
Thank God that was advantage. Otherwise, I might have hit you.
He's like, "But we're friends."
So Scoot's like ducking and dodging and like doing everything you can.
I'm doing my Muhammad Ali thing.
Yeah, amazing martial prowess that none of you have ever seen before. Like, it's just incredible how nimble he is. Scoot, it's your turn.
Floating like a butterfly, I think I'm about to sting like a bee if I'm charmed.
Right. You're trying to protect her. None of them have threatened her yet directly.
Okay.
So it's up to you kind of what that entails. She doesn't have complete control over you. It's just like, I need to protect this woman.
Do you find
to-
the spectral images around her threatening?
No, you don't.
Says they
they're like
helpfully.
your children.
I guess.
You feel like you work for this orphanage, and these girls are all in danger from these invaders.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
they could be. It's not like. Well, actually, Zay attacked one of them, so Zay would be a threat at this point.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, but I work for the orphanage.
Yes.
Okay, well, in a way that I would try to not hurt somebody that I was trying to give a lesson to, I would probably just pick Zay up and give her a good scold with a finger point.
Like,
You need to behave! Otherwise, we're going to
make
feed
a grapple roll.
a grapple.
Yeah, and Zay roll, make an acrobatics check.
All right. Yeah, that's going to be, am I using athletics?
Strength. I think that's only if you're trying to resist a grapple.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's plus 5. 20.
15.
So Scoot picks you up and starts yelling at you. Weird things that don't really make sense given the context of things.
And do the dishes and make sure the dogs are walked.
And he still has Nat smacking him in the head with the sword as he does this.
I poke him in the eye. Can I,
feel
do
like
that? It's not my turn.
Yeah.
I feel like a giant.
So I'm being held by a half-orc that
Yep.
has 3 children clinging to him.
Yep, pretty much.
Sounds good.
Yep. You can make an attack of opportunity, Lark, actually, as he moves away from you.
I totally try it.
Yeah.
This time I do aim for his balls.
With advantage again. That hits either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a direct contact.
So that's a 1d4 if it's unarmed, right?
I think it's only like a.
Oh, it's just a 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just 1.
Just 1 damage for untrained. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wake you up, not hurt you.
Okay, so I take 1 damage to the ding dong.
Damn, this is just a recurring theme.
You know what? We've kind of had that going on.
So then does he get to make another charisma saving?
Yes, make a Christmas saving throw with advantage again.
This is because I've taken damage, yeah.
Yep.
Double advantage. All right, we're going to do this drama.
I'm sorry, Scoot.
2 and 7.
Oh my god.
Still not going to cut it.
Mathematical miracle.
Yeah. This
That's
is a
me.
very powerful sorcery.
I guess so.
Hags, you do not mess around with them.
And really, my nuts are tempered at this point to unarmed attacks.
It's true. Yeah, you got like a callus.
I've taken so many at this point. It's just like
Ilka, it's your turn.
just that old
Give him
sort
all
of
that.
jackass over here.
When I vicious mocked the hag the first time, did it do anything? Is she susceptible to that?
It did 2 damage to her. So, I mean, she seemed like she kind of reeled back a little bit. Like, the magic of your voice definitely affected her.
Do I know if she's, like, channeling this control of Scoot?
It's hard to tell. It doesn't really seem like it. She's not, like, casting a spell or speaking or anything. She's just kind of laughing and enjoying the show right now.
Why am I still using these dice?
Seems like she feels like she's in complete control of the situation.
Pretty much is.
She's relaxed.
I'm gonna pull out that hand and stab it with my magic sword.
Ah, okay. You don't need to roll an attack. It's just there. You just smash it. Roll damage. D8.
I know you like the color.
1 damage. So you drop on the ground, and immediately the hag shrieks and says, "What's that over there?" She says, "Grab it, my children!" But you drive the sword down into it, and it's so hard that it actually diverts your sword, but the sound that your sword makes as you stab into it is like a hissing, boiling sound, like boiling water, kind of screaming like a teapot. Your sword drives into the wood next to it, and all the 7 specterlings turn towards you and towards that thing. And a couple of them finish their dark cough up of shadows, and these shadowy things plop onto the ground. There's 3 of those shadows now. The other 4 start to crawl towards you. If you want to make an attack of opportunity on them, you can do that, or you can just let them crawl.
Isn't she up in the air?
Oh right,
Yeah.
Which would be awesome. Just a quarterstaff smash from up there.
But no, you're restrained. So that's your whole turn then? Do you want to move or do anything else?
I've stabbed the thing.
You can like pick it up and move with it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it up off the ground with the skin, so I'm not touching it directly.
Okay, yeah. The sound it made was pretty similar to the boiling pot. Like it's kind of like this like double echo, like a stereo sound in the room. And then it dissipates. But they're all still coming towards you as long as you're holding this thing.
But I can't like keep stabbing it more times.
You could. It didn't seem you did any damage to it though when you stabbed it. It's like hard as rock or harder.
I don't know what else I can do with this. I'm gonna dart out of their path and try to get behind the hag.
Okay. The closer you get to the hag, the more the shriveled hand that's in your bloody skin wrap starts to kind of like pulse and throb and like shake almost. And it seems like it's really like not the hag itself, but the cauldron it's drawn to it. Like it's reacting to the heat of the fire. So you get behind the hag, and she's just like losing her mind at you at this point. She's questioning your lineage and your mind and your skill and everything about you. She's like, "You are hideous. You mean nothing. I will devour you." It is then her turn, and she first of all casts Produce Flame on you, Ilka. So 19 is going to hit you. And let's see how much damage.
Is that what a D20 roll looks like? I could have rolled off a D10 all those rolls for breaking my
D20 rolls are between 1 and 5.
You take 6 damage as fire kind of erupts below you. It spreads from the cauldron outwards and kind of engulfs your feet, chars your legs, and licks up towards your torso. She laughs and says, "Join me in the pot!" And it is then the kid's turn. You're still under the spell?
Unless any of that stuff...
Oh no, you broke him out of it, yeah. You
no, I didn't.
The one damage...
Failed.
Yeah,
he failed.
Failed that.
They're going to keep on smacking.
Unless the attack of the thing distracted her from... Nope.
Nope, it's just the spec that's on you.
Thinking.
But the kids managed to hit you again. So you take 1 damage and make a Christmas saving throw with advantage again.
Oh, death of 1,000 cuts here. Yep. Jesus. 5?
No.
These are new dice, by the way. And 15.
You are free!
Yay!
They do it! They're like, "Wake up, mister, wake up!"
Like, I don't want to go to school today.
And you realize what is going on around you. There are freaking ghosts and hags and blood rituals happening all over.
And I'm holding
You
Zay.
got 3 kids and you're holding Zay. Yeah.
And I'm still pointing at her.
Right.
What did you do to deserve all this? All right, so I'm just waiting to my turn now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Cool.
then Zay's turn.
Oh, I guess in my stun, I would drop Zay.
Mhm.
There you go. No longer grapple.
Zay transforms into a giant wolf spider.
Yeah, she
Oh,
does.
yeah.
And
Boom. How big is that? Like 10 feet around? Like just fills up half the room?
Oh my god.
That's what we'll go with.
it doesn't say.
A giant wolf spider suddenly takes the place of Zay, and it's like all on top of you, Scoot.
I use him to boost myself onto the ceiling and
Cool.
try to skitter over above the hag
Mhm.
because I can climb 40 feet and I
Yeah.
have a speed of 40.
Totally.
I would like to bite
Hag.
the hag.
Make an attack roll.
I rolled a
Nat
20.
20.
It's a crit, my friend.
So 1d6 plus 1.
Mhm.
I don't remember what it means to crit.
You just double it.
Yeah. 8, 9.
9 damage.
9 damage.
So you drop
And-
down. Yeah.
They must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking 7 poison 7 or taking 2d6 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
You get the sense that she's immune to the poison immediately. Like the bite kind of dissipates her ghostly form a little bit, but it doesn't seem to she doesn't have a blood stream for the poison to enter,
Sure.
so it doesn't affect her. But she does take some damage. She kind of recoils back from the bite.
I should have realized that. That's absolutely why I chose the spider. That would be because I can hang from the ceiling.
Next is Lark.
Since I would have I'm going to launch myself. How high off the ground is she?
Maybe 5 feet or less.
And
Just above the cauldron. And the
She's
cauldron's
facing the spider now?
She's facing you still. She's very focused on you because you have that charm.
The thing.
She's distracted by the spider, but yeah.
I'm gonna push off of Scoot and lunge towards her, swinging my rapier in a flourish of exciting swordsmanship in my mind.
Awesome. The kids cheer you on.
And I crit fail.
Yeah, so you pass right through her body in your excitement and land in the pot.
Oh no!
With your feet dangling out of it, you take 1 point of fire damage immediately, and yeah, you start to cook. It smells pretty good, actually. There's like some cumin and coriander in there with you. Not that you can appreciate that, but yeah. So that's your turn. Scoot.
Well, not really knowing what's happened in the past, I guess it's only been 12 to 18 seconds. I now see another body in the cauldron,
You see Lark's boots.
and I think, well, but for me, I just been through a lot, and there was kids on me a second ago, and now there's a wolf spider chilling. And so I might be like, we gotta save that kid in the cauldron! And so I don't know how far away it is, but I
15
think
feet
15
again,
feet. I run over to the cauldron, I get that kid out of the cauldron.
As you do so, the 2 shadow creatures, two of them that were spit out by the kids near the thing, take spoops at you with their shadowy tendril. Their spoops is a technical term.
No.
What's your armor class?
14.
14. 1 hits and 1 misses.
Okay.
The one that hits you deals 6 necrotic damage,
Oh boy.
and you lose 1 strength.
Neat.
Yep.
That's gonna be awkward for the.
Sucking the life out of you.
Yep.
But then, yeah, you can pull Lark out or do whatever you want.
Okie dokie. I'll get him out, and then I will rage. Use my last one of those. I wish I'd done that beforehand.
Yeah, as you feel the life force get sucked out of you, it really, really pisses you off.
Yeah. Is that going to be my full action to do that, or to get him out of the cauldron?
No, you can move and pull him out and maybe do one more thing. Make a
If
strength
you're
check.
right
Make a strength check first.
under
Just see
the-
how
A
it
strength
goes.
check?
Yeah, to pull him out.
Okay. Do I get advantage on this? It depends on when you want to say I raged, because I get.
Yeah, if you're raging on the way, then yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, if I get hit on the way, then yeah, I'm raging. So. That's gonna be a 22.
Yeah, so with one hand you can totally pull him out and then take an action.
Okay.
If you want. Do something else with the other hand.
Is the hag within reach?
Yep.
I'm gonna attack her.
Okay.
I'm gonna try with my great axe. I'm going to roll a 11.
Does not hit.
Figures.
Yeah. She sways out of the way as she begins to pick up on the fact that she's being surrounded by people with weapons.
Cool.
She's not laughing quite as much. She's looking more angry now.
Yeah, well, Lark's not burning.
But Lark, you're like thrust out of the pool and kind of thrown on the ground. Yeah. You smell delicious. It is now Ilka, your turn.
How close am I to her?
You're like within 5 feet of her, and you're like one of your hands is like whatever has the wrapped thing is like almost hard to hold on to it, and the other hand has the magic sword.
I want to stab her in the heart with a magic sword.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage. That's a hit. A 14 plus everything else will be a big hit. So that's a D8 plus your strength plus 1. 6 plus 1. So 7 damage, and that's straight up magic ice damage right into her heart.
Yes!
Although she doesn't actually have a heart. Like you puncture her, and again, the thing that you're holding in your hand starts to kind of throb even more quickly, and it feels kind of colder in your hand as you stab her. And it does damage to her, but the thing seems undamaged. And she shrieks at you and says, "Give me that!"
No! Can I keep going? Can I do anything more?
You can move or do something else, yeah.
So my sword is currently, like, inside her?
Yep.
Throw the heart in the water. In the boiling water. Maybe. Oh, I'm a wolf spider. Can I say that? I don't think I can say
The
that.
spider's like gesturing.
I'm gesturing. I'm like
Pointing. Giant.
my two front spin around are like,
But
Big
the
eyes
thing,
looking around.
the thing wanted to be in the water?
It's just reacting very strongly to it. It's hard to tell. It's like yeah, it seems like it's triggered by the water, but it's not being pulled towards it necessarily. It's a similar
I don't know if
magic.
that'll strengthen it. Yeah, well, with my other hand, I throw the hand and wrapped up in skull cap into the cauldron.
thing?
Yep.
My
Okay,
skull
so
cap.
the skull cap kind of peels open, and then boom, it starts like skims on the top of the
Yeah.
water, you know, and then the talisman, the trinket, falls into the water, and there's this kind of a suction, like a boom, and all of a sudden, all the light in the room, all the fire is extinguished. Everything is pitch black for a moment. And then there's a pillar of light that kind of swirls around, like this. The smoke kind of brightens and brightens and brightens, and then this bright pillar of smoke and steam and light kind of shoots out of the cauldron upwards into the hag. And you see her physical form change bodily from this like nice looking woman in a robe. Her eyes like shrivel out of their sockets, and her hair grows down to her feet, and her nails grow long and curled, and her skin kind of warps and turns all wrinkled and sloughing off her body, and she hunches over and she falls on the ground, kind of perched on top of the cauldron, physical, no longer a ghost. And she's just regarding all of you with this look of fear and anger in her eyeless face. And she screams, and it fills the whole room, and the specterlings all kind of like run towards the walls in fear from her at this point.
She just got last crusaded.
Yeah,
Right.
she chose poorly.
Yeah, she did.
Sweet.
Jax is like, "What's that?" I like it.
Who's up next?
Next would be the kids.
Nice.
The kids all utter war cries except for Nat, who just like stomps on the ground really hard, and they rush the hag and start beating on her with their weapons.
love it.
Squiggly is just punching her. And
The spider's like clapping her little things together. She's so happy for the kids. Get him!
Jax and Squiggly miss. The thing just the hag knocks their blows away with her hands. But Nat manages to poke her right in the eye socket with her wooden sword. And the hag kind of reels back and takes 1 damage from the wooden sword. And the kids cheer and scream and hoot and holler at their leader. Next is the hag. She is going to try to grab you, Ilka. Your armor class is 14, you said? 14 is your armor class, or 13?
13.
13. She hits you with a 19 for 5 necrotic damage. Make a Constitution saving throw. 8 plus what?
1.
Plus 1. So your maximum hit points is reduced by 5 permanently until you finish a long rest. So she sucks the life out of you. Like her mouth and her eye sockets kind of just suck this glowing energy from your own face. And you feel your skin kind of charring and flaking off and withering as she does this.
Jeez.
You take 5 damage. I mean, it's not much of a change for you. Like your face is
Yeah.
already so.
Well, I was at 3.
Oh, so then you're unconscious. You pass out. So you guys see this witch like magically lift Ilka up and then drop her to the ground after she appears physically.
She was both damaged and lost her max hit points?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That's intense.
It is now Zay's turn.
You're right above the sack.
I drop
Yep.
down
Mine.
onto her and sink my whatever spiders have that has in teeth into
Mandibles?
my mandibles. Yes, that is the right word. I sink my mandibles into her shoulder neck area
Make an attack
to
roll with
take a
advantage.
bite. Oh no! 6 was the highest, so 9.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, she manages to like, she hops off the pod and she's kind of like ducks down next to it, so you can't quite reach her as you snap downwards with your mandibles.
Yeah.
You want to like drop down on top of her too?
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, you can't like grapple her, you don't have time for that, but she kind of hides underneath you as you kind of buck around the room trying to get to her, you know?
Okay.
But you're so big, it's kind of hard to get the right angle. So it's Lark's turn now.
Okay, since she's engaged with Zay, I'm gonna spin around from beside her and do a sneak attack with my rapier.
Yep.
Don't roll one.
And I fuck it up again.
With advantage though.
And I double fuck it up again. So yeah, that's 9.
It's 8 the hard way right there.
But if you roll doubles,
She
then-
stops your blade with her hand. She just like puts her hand out. And it
What
sinks
the?
into her blade. She kind of laughs, this low, horrifying rumble. It's no longer a nice voice anymore. It's this like rasping.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide behind somebody or
Okay.
around the other, someplace out of her immediate
Behind
line of
the pod.
vision. Yeah.
Yeah, Scoot.
Yeah, I'm not happy about any of this, so I would like to express my displeasure via Great Axe. Still engaged with the spider, so I'll run up there and kids, yeah, and
Lark.
Great Axe attack.
One more Lark hit.
Let's see, that's a 12, which would be 16. Let's see if I can do better. So 20.
Yeah, totally hit.
20 hits. Okay, so we're looking at 1d12 plus 2 plus 2. 12 slashing damage. All in.
And you lop off her arm, the one that was stopping Lark.
Yes.
She's gonna have it extended. You just come right down the shoulder.
What
and
she gets.
falls on the ground and shrivels up. And
Right.
turns to dust. And she screams and roars and mutters words in an arcane language that none of you understand.
But did it hurt my feelings?
Yeah.
I'm gonna again continue my attack when it's my turn to do so.
And the kids continue their attacks. Boom, boom, boom. They're like, we've got her. She's going down. Good hit. 2 of them hit. And she takes 2 more damage. She's whirling around as she's being like assailed on every front. She's like, no. It is. No, it's her turn.
I'm
actually,
unconscious.
first. Yeah, make a death save first of all.
7.
That is a fail. So you have 1 failed death save, 2 more, and you are dead with a capital D. Again.
Re-dead.
For real this time.
Super dead plus ultra dead.
Might actually take.
Yeah. She does this kind of what's Mad Marge? Is that the woman from Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She literally does that.
Big Marge.
Large
Large
Marge.
Marge. That's what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Large Marge.
Like her eyes, like all of a sudden from the pits of her skull, like pop out of her head, and like her tongue lolls out onto the ground, and she like holds her other arm out and like hooks around her head, and all of you that are alive make wisdom saves.
Oh, lordy. Oh, yeah. 18.
5.
Do I use my own wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, good, because the little spider doesn't have any. 4.
4. You two are frightened. So if you're gonna move, you have to move away from her, and you have disadvantage on anything you try to do with her.
I have advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
Oh, well then you have advantage. And it didn't pan
Good
out for you.
thing!
Yeah.
I got slightly less frightened, but
Oh,
not
yes.
enough.
Okay.
Sorry, what is my penalty?
You have disadvantage on all your attacks and skill checks against her, and you have to move away from her if you move anywhere. You can't get closer to her.
Okay.
So, with that, it is your turn, Zay. You can still attack her. You just can't get any closer if she moves away from you. That's a crit.
Yeah, nat 20.
So that's
All
a
right.
d6 plus 1. 5 damage. Sinks into her shoulder like you intended last round.
Hey!
And then the poison damage is what?
Ooh, it is.
She's alive.
She makes a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
She totally fails.
Alright.
It's just 6.
It's a 2d6 plus 1, so 10
10 poison damage. She crumples to the ground as you chomp into her shoulder.
Yeah, she
She's
goes
paralyzed. Okay.
down. The shrieking and howling in the room immediately begins to soften and disappear, and she sinks into the ground in this kind of like puddle of ichor, black ichor. The specterlings all start to kind of creep back into the room. Curiously, does anybody want to help Ilka while she's on the ground? Stabilize her?
I do. Can anyone do it besides me? No,
You
I'm
can all
happy to do it.
You just have to like roll medicine, and unless you all fail horribly.
I will, as my bonus action, as
I think we're out of
I
initiative
will,
now.
I will.
Yeah, you're out of initiative. So
I'm out of initiative, so I change back into my human form.
Halfling.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I almost said kinder, which is why I was like, I know, right?
Intellectual property.
5.
Five
You get
healed.
healed for 5, and you get a temporary hit point.
I'm conscious again.
Ilka, you're like covered in hag ooze, so you kind of crumple to the ground right next to her. But it's not that weird, you know. And your little your skin scrap is still kind of floating in the top of the cauldron if you want it. But all sign of the hag herself is gone, and Squidly kind of runs over to his friends and gives them hugs. He's like, "Don't worry, guys. That's not the first time I've been in hot water." And Jax is like, "Oh my god." And Nat just shakes her head.
In the cauldron, is the talisman still there or has it
No.
been destroyed?
It's been destroyed. And the spectralings around the room are all kind of watching you. And as you're in the room, the rain and storm outside kind of starts to dissipate. And all of a sudden, you kind of see the flickering lights of Waterdeep outside the windows. You're no longer in this demi-plane. You kind of regard these children, and these spectralings slowly become more human again. They all look like young girls again, as opposed to these like haunted, grudge-like creatures. They continue to fade until they're barely visible, and they kind of smile and just look at you kind of sadly.
You're free.
I
Be at
asked them
peace.
if any of them want this doll that I've been carrying around.
And one of them walks up to you and takes it. And she's the last one, and she kind of smiles at you before she disappears for good with the doll.
Okay.
Next doll. I'm ripping.
After a few seconds, as you guys are composing yourselves, a lone spectral form rises from the ground below by the trapdoor. It's a middle-aged elven man with a bar towel.
Leaf!
And he gives you a brief glance and a smile, and then he kind of dissipates too.
No, stay!
And he winks at you as you say that. And then
Wait,
the
somebody's
trapdoor
gonna stay.
opens of its own accord.
Nice.
Suddenly, you hear a loud thumping several stories below you, and there's a familiar voice saying, "My friends! I apologize for my lateness! Is everything alright?"
Fucking Volo.